Am I live? I am live. You know what? Is it a live stream if I don't dox myself? I just want to talk. How do some of these like faceless content creators not dox themselves constantly? Because I constantly do it. Am I just dumb? Am I just dumb? Or what? I want to bring that video back. Wait, let me try it in an incognito tab this time so I don't do the same thing that I just did. Yeah, there we go. Jesus Christ. I'm typing. I kind of regret. I feel a little sick, but I brought a blanket to my desk, right? If you heard that, then I'm so sorry. Let me turn up the volume of my laptop because I'm listening to my own stream while I'm streaming because I just want to like moderate the volume stuff. Oh, that is a lot. That's like a lot going on. Okay, I just needed. There we go. We got it. We're fine. I love how my Discord is saying that I'm playing Google Chrome. I'm obsessed with that. Should I remove that? Okay, wait. Let me show this video again because I'm dying laughing. That's not the video. Where am I? Whomstuff. Ah. Is it just like, oh, no, I don't think so. We're looking at that, but we're going to be watching some of these supernatural videos. We have like 5 on the list. Oh, shit.
I think it stinks. I think it's going to split the audience.
Holy crap. I thought I paused you earlier. Shut up. What the heck? I like had them already, like, like a presentation, like a nice little school presentation, but I guess YouTube had other plans. Alright. How do I show this without doxing myself? I just want to talk. Hold on. What if I log out and then... Let me make myself bigger for now. And then I log out on the thing. I also need a kind of... I have a box of tissues next to me in case my nose gets runny. Don't worry though. I'm not going to be nasty and like blow my nose on stream. Okay, there we go. We got it. Can Instagram stop going like, do you want to log in this account? Like, no. Stop it. Leave me alone, Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Fuckerberg, sorry. Listen. We got it. Here we go. I'm so excited to show you all this again. Because honestly, it's... Who thought of this? But then again, I kind of... There's something intriguing about this concept where I really want to experience what happens to this person in the video. In his face! Why? But I want to fall through the floor like that. I want the floor to be... I would just want to fall through a hole like that. That looks so funny to me. I hate that that's so funny to me. I want to be that person that just goes through the floor. Somebody please pull a literal rug out from under me, please. I want this to happen to me. When? Okay, let's get into the supernatural stuff. Hold on. Let me mute real quick before I sneeze. Okay, that was like my first time testing out the hotkey that toggles mute for Streamlabs. So that was a very scary thing. I was like literally sitting there waiting, like, please don't tell me it didn't work. And I'm just staring at my PNG, like opening its mouth. I gotta blow my nose, but let's get into the first unsolved supernatural video. Woo! The haunt The murders that haunt the Lizzie Borden house. I have subtitles on. We're good? Hold on, let me check how it looks. Okay, we're good. We're fine.
This is it. The infamous Lizzie Borden house. You have any idea what happened in there?
No, I'm in the dark on this one.
Well, let's just say that some brutal murders happened in there that would lend itself.
I think the volume is fine. Let me know if I have to change any of
It's
it.
also freezing, so as scary as it is in there, let's get inside.
Let's go in.
You can't go in through the front anymore. You have to go in through the back.
Why can't you go in through the front?
You ready for this?
No. There was a warning before this video, like from YouTube themselves. From YouTube, the company, they put a warning. They're like, "Oh, this might be like not safe for people not of a certain age." So I'm spooked. I'm into it though because I'm trying to be spooked. That's an awful. I don't know why people would want to have stairs right at the door.
Toy.
What like a baby?
Yeah, baby's good. Or
A baby. Oh, hell no. What if there's like an American Girl doll in there?
make the baby hold the basketball.
Have the baby shoot the basketball.
Are you PDing this?
Oh my god. That actually scared me.
Holy shit.
I was
This
mid-simp.
week on BuzzFeed Solved, we investigate the Lizzie Borden house as part of our ongoing investigation.
Lizzie?
The question, are ghosts real?
Yes.
A house that
No,
had such
maybe
a tragic
so.
murder inside of it, or should I say murders?
Yeah,
Murders.
but why is it only them? Why is someone who choked on a peanut doesn't get it?
I don't know. That's not how things work.
Let's yuck it up then.
Okay, great. All right, let's get into it. On August 4th, 1892, in Fall River, Massachusetts.
That sounds like
the
a sick
bodies of
town
Andrew
name.
and Abby Borden were found hacked to death in their home.
Ugh.
Both of the Bordens were believed to be killed with a hatchet or an axe. Abby Borden had been axed 18 times, and Andrew Borden had been axed 11 times. Their bodies were found in different spots in the house. As far as evidence, only one thing concrete was found: a handleless hatchet in the basement that was clean of blood. Let's establish who lived in the house at the time. There was 32-year-old Lizzie Borden, her 41-year-old
Did Lizzie
sister,
do
Emma
it?
Borden, her father, Andrew Borden.
Oh my
her
god,
stepmother,
wait.
Abby Borden.
Who does that look like? Who does that look like? Who does that look like? That looks like, Tywin Lannister. That Andrew Borden looks like Tywin Lannister. Change my mind. Change my mind. You can't.
Her uncle John Morse, who was visiting from out of town, and the family maid, Bridget Sullivan, who
Also, John Morris looks like Abraham Lincoln. I'm just gonna... Abby Borden and Lizzie Borden literally look the same, which kind of makes... I mean, no, not... It doesn't make sense. That's a stepmother. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna move on.
who the family called Maggie. It's worth mentioning that Emma Borden was out of town at the time of the murders.
She was out of
So, the woman
town.
who was murdered, she was the stepmother to the two daughters that lived with him.
You know, people don't like their stepmothers.
They
Uh,
got-
I guess that's not fair to a large
well,
amount of stepmothers.
I mean, that's
Yeah,
like,
I
widely
mean-
perpetuated by the media.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
You see the evil stepmother. There's never like, oh, my stepmother, she's a real doll.
Sorry
It
to
seems like
the
90% of
stepmothers
people
out
have
there that are
stepmothers
actually
who are like,
nice.
Oh, my stepmother, I'd love to bury an axe in her face.
Oh my
Now
god.
let's examine the timeline of the day of the murder, according
That's
to
a big
eyewitness
house, not gonna
testimony.
lie.
At around 10:40
This is really
a.m.,
fancy.
Andrew Borden takes a nap on the living room couch. At
AM?
this time,
Me
Mrs.
too.
Borden was believed to be
I'm an
in the
old
doctor's
man,
office.
apparently.
At about 10:50 to 10:55 a.m., Lizzie claims she is in the backyard barn. Maggie,
The
the
barn.
family maid, claimed to be taking a nap in her room upstairs.
There's so many people
At
taking
around
naps at like
11:15 a.m.,
10:50.
Lizzie, in the backyard, reportedly heard a, quote, heavy fall and a subdued groaning.
Uh-oh, Humpty Dumpty
According to
moment.
Lizzie, on her approach to the house, she noticed the screen door was now open and goes inside. Maggie, the maid, had not yet fallen asleep when she heard Lizzie Borden crying out, quote, come down quick, father's dead.
Somebody's come in and killed him at
end quote.
10:50
Maggie ran down
a.m.
the stairs to see the brutal murder scene of Andrew Borden laying across the couch.
On
Maggie also
God.
noted that the distraught Lizzie Borden was wearing a blue, unstained dress. There was no sign of a struggle.
Oh, that's
Mr.
so
Borden was
lucky
believed
for her to be
asleep
wearing a
when
blue
he was
dress.
murdered. This is where it happened. So you walk down.
Interesting,
I don't know if it was the
interesting.
staircase or the other staircase, but
This is a
this is where
creepy
she
ass
found
house.
Mr. Borden laying down.
Was it on this exact couch?
I don't know if it was this exact couch, but it sure as hell looks like the exact couch.
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe the...
His head.
Oh.
It was his head.
I would have thought
Good
that the
Lord.
original couch would kind of
Right
get
after
some
Shane
hacking in
speaks,
it.
Our audio recorder catches a female voice, possibly saying, "Help me."
Good Lord.
Okay, that's like creepy. That sounded
The
actually...
voice
That's...
of Mrs.
What?
Borden.
Andrew, this look familiar?
That actually sounded legit.
Ah, is this...
Ah, whoa.
Get away from me. What's wrong with you?
Wait, are axes that small? There's... Let me say something. I watched You season 3 recently, and I thought axes... Oh, wait, maybe it's because it's different because it was like a fire emergency axe, I guess. So, I guess that's the difference. And I was like, wow, that thing looks freaking huge. I don't get how axe murders happen. Like, you need to be a big, burly person to carry it. But apparently, some of them are tiny. Moving on.
No, that's the last thing you see.
No, I can't imagine that. I would never want to imagine that. Are you imagining that?
Yes, I am.
Well, there's something wrong with you. Mr. Borden, if you're here
I would be really annoyed if, like, I got axe murdered and it wasn't, like, symmetrical. I'd be like, can you, like, get it right in the middle here so I could be split down the middle or something? Because I think you should try a little bit harder if you're gonna murder me.
Show me
That's
the
so...
sign.
That was an awful thought.
Should we turn the light off?
Yeah, we can turn the light off.
Turn the light off. No, wait, pretend it's 10:50 a.m.
All right. We're going to turn the light off.
Unless it was... No, it
3,
couldn't have been,
2,
like...
1.
Ooh. I hate that. I hate that. That could have been just been a bird outside.
No.
Where did you hear it? Where's
That
it
literally
coming
just could have been a bird.
from? Is it this room or that room?
Wait, inside? Did I talk about my apartment on stream yet? I don't think I did. I need to tell this story now or else I'm going to forget to later on. In the beginning of lockdown, I was by myself in my apartment in the Philippines, and I think I was losing my mind a little bit. I'm going to say that I was losing my mind a little bit because I mean, isolation is something else. It really is. Just by yourself that whole time for, like, days at a time, or, like, even just, like, a full week and a little bit over a week is like, how long I was alone. So then, at, like, 2 or 3 a.m., I hear, like a constant... It's constant. I hear it constantly. And then I'm like, please shut up. It's inside my ceiling. Like, it's too close to not be, like, on the roof. I'm on the 3rd floor, by the way. But it's also too far to not be, like, next to me or in, like, outside my door. Which, I think my nose just cleared up. Yo, this is some supernatural stuff happening on stream. I can breathe through my right nostril right now. But continuing with the story, it was just... I would just, like, close my eyes because I'd just hear this. Like a little tapping and knocking inside my ceiling. And I was like, what the hell is that? So I'm so brave at this point because I'm probably... I think I was just like, I'm so tired, please shut up. Because I was like, if this is like a random spirit or anything, because I was tripping out. I don't know what was going on during that time. I think I was watching, like, BuzzFeed Unsolved then. And I was, like, psyching myself out and telling myself, like, oh my god, it might be a spirit or something. So I suck it up. I grab my phone, turn the flashlight on, run to the kitchen, grab the biggest knife I can, run back to my room, close the door, lock the door, double lock it because there was, like, one of those slidey thingies to lock the door in my room. And then I just put the knife under my pillow and then it stopped and I was like, okay, they're scared of me. And... yeah, I don't normally tell people that because then it's just like, oh, you were like hallucinating or something, you were imagining it. Like, no, it was real. It was inside the freaking ceiling. I don't know what it was. I hope it was just like a cat on the roof for some reason making a noise like that, but moving on.
Interesting. Shortly after,
Interesting.
Lizzie asked Maggie to go find the doctor across the street. At this time, the whereabouts of Mrs. Borden were unknown. Maggie returned to the house with a neighbor and claimed that Lizzie said this about Abby Borden. Quote, "Oh, Maggie, I am almost sure I heard her come in. Go upstairs and see if she is there." End quote. Maggie and the neighbor walked upstairs to discover to their horror the body of Abby Borden laying face down on the floor of the guest bedroom. It was thought that Mrs. Borden may have been present for the murder of Mr. Borden and fled to the guest bedroom where she was also murdered.
That's strange because...
That is very strange.
If your pa is laying there, his head turned to blood oatmeal, and you hear Ma come in, you're probably not just like, oh, I wonder what she's up to today.
Yeah.
You're probably like, hey, Ma, you should probably come here.
Yeah,
Not
that
just-
was so... Hello? Like, why? It has to have been... What was her name? Lizzie? It has to have been her.
Oh, I wonder if she's going to go take a
The
look.
blue was already suspicious for me because, wow, you're really gonna wear a contrasting color to blood red, huh?
Map.
Like, that she could have just tossed that on.
Yeah, I got a life-changing thing to tell you here.
Yeah. Got some heavy news. Not, oh, yeah, I think she dug in. Probably give her a little holler.
Yeah.
Let her know.
Also, the fact that she goes, look upstairs. I think I may have heard her go up that way, and that's where they find the body.
Yeah.
So you can start to see where things start to pile up against her.
Why wouldn't
So
it
this is
pile up
where
against her?
Abby Borden was actually found. They walked up the stairs, much like we just did, and from that little landing, they saw her feet right there. They actually thought she may have just fainted or something like that because she saw her.
Imagine turning the corner going like, oh,
When they
somebody...
looked at her,
Does anybody else, like, pretend like they're passed out or something in their house? When there's someone in their house, like their parents or something, they just pretend like they're knocked out on the ground. I remember one time I did that, and I accidentally just fell asleep.
I mean, obviously,
Moving
you can see the
on.
picture right there. That's how they found her.
Oh, my goodness.
And look at her head. Jesus.
Oh my god, they framed the picture!
That is fucking awful.
Abby, if you're here right now...
I'd be so pissed if I was a
you're
ghost
here
and
right
somebody
now, if
framed
anybody's
where,
here
like,
right
how I
now.
was murdered.
Make a noise.
Oh, hell no. But then again, that could have
This
been a
is
cat.
Furniture creaking. We're gonna leave. I'm gonna ask one final question.
Oh, I was just gonna yell, "Showtime!"
Okay, I'll ask the question, then you can have showtime.
It's called teamwork.
Showtime!
Both of the Bordens were struck in the head
Oh,
multiple times,
my God.
suggesting a crime of passion. And with that, let's get into the suspects, starting with the
Oh
top
my God.
suspect, Lizzie Borden. To this day, many believe that Lizzie is guilty. Let's examine why.
Those
Starting with her
eyes
potential
look
motive.
guilty.
At the
Those
time of his
eyes.
death, Andrew Borden was very wealthy. His net worth at the time.
I still
was
can't believe he
around
looks
10
like
million
Tywin
by today's
Lannister.
standards. However, despite this wealth, Andrew was reportedly a bit of a penny pincher.
As he
In
should. Go
trial,
off,
Maggie testified that
what's
the
his
Borden
face?
family lived
Scrooge
frugally
McDuck.
and ate a mutton-based diet. Lizzie reportedly smiled as this was being described.
Yeah, she looks
Back in the
like,
good old
she
mutton
looks
days.
Or maybe
out
she
of
was
it.
like, "Huh, no mutton for me anymore.
No more mutton for me, father.
Did they describe the smile, though? Was it sort of like...
No, they didn't describe this.
Or was it like...
Was it smug, you mean? Or was it like,
Yeah, like, because there's the nostalgia, like...
that was the
those
good
were
days?
the good old days.
But then
when
there's
my
like the
parents had-
slight smirk,
there's the-
like the smug, like took care of that. Not for me anymore. So this is the master bedroom.
what if she was like, I'll make them into mutton.
This is where Mr. and Mrs. Borden
Oh
slept.
my god, that scared me. The cat pillow scared me.
A little bit. It's very proper. I feel like a little fancy little lord in this room.
Well, one of the things that's supposed to piss Mr. Borden off is he was very frugal.
I hate all of the
So, that's why you
doors.
see money right here by his picture.
Uh-huh.
People leave it there, and
Oh.
people report being scratched if you take his money.
Take it, take it, take it.
Yeah.
Shane, take it. Oh, there he goes.
He's gonna take it all. Leave a penny at least.
I'll leave him a penny.
He was a penny pincher. Leave him a penny.
I'm not doing this because I want to steal. I'm doing this because I want to give the ghosts significant reason to haunt me.
Okay.
You know? I want
So
them to be
true.
upset with me.
I think they're already inherently upset with you. When
I
they,
stole from you. Did you hear me?
I think they could sense energy. Mr. Borden,
You left too much money there.
who killed you?
I'm obsessed with that cat pillow. scared.
Was he?
What?
5 years before the murders, Lizzie had a falling out with her stepmother, Abby, that resulted in Lizzie going from calling Abby mother to Mrs. Borden. The dispute was over Mr. Borden buying a house for Abby's half-sister, rather than Lizzie and her sister Emma. And sure enough, after Mr. and Mrs. Borden's murders, 32-year-old Lizzie and her 41-year-old
Do they move
sister
in, like,
Emma
ASAP?
inherited the estate and later bought
Oh.
a house on a hill in a wealthy neighborhood in Fall River.
Cool.
That would have been so funny if they just packed their bags and were like, okay, we're taking this house now.
What would you?
I think I'd give it a little bit of a grace period.
If people were already like, we think you murdered them, I'd be like,
So you're
Okay.
telling me
I
right
guess
now,
I'll spend their money.
if your parents got
They're like, oh, I'm selling the will, though.
Mark and Sherry Madej are saints.
okay, great. But you're saying your first move is let's head on over to Chase Bank and make a deposit, or make
I mean, if they're not going to spend it.
Period.
When
I would
asked
wait
if her
at least
father
like a
had
week.
Previously mentioned a will to her. Lizzie said, "quote He did not." Moving on from motive, during her
Not the
inquest
will.
testimony, Lizzie's answers were sometimes wildly inconsistent. Lizzie also reportedly burned a dress of hers after the murders, claiming there was paint on it.
That is so
This
sus.
was not the dress she was seen wearing the day of the murders. That dress was actually handed over to the police. The day of
Pollock.
the murders, the housemaid Maggie saw Lizzie wearing an unstained blue dress. Lizzie could perhaps have committed the murder and then changed.
Yeah,
while
exactly.
Lizzie
That's
was
what I'm
reportedly
saying.
sleeping. But the time frame for that would have been extremely slim.
Oh yeah,
And
wasn't
dress-
it like very hard? Yeah, dressing up in that time period would have taken like a
is in that
long
period
time.
were a bit of a process to take on and off. So this seems unlikely.
She could have gotten a dress on. That's
Or maybe she could have just like had that top layer changed. Like the layer that's blue. Maybe she could have
Apparently
just
it was pretty
changed that
hard.
layer.
I'd like to see you put on a dress from that time period. That came out weird. I could have done that better. I would not like to see you in a dress. I would like you to try. You know what? You get what I'm saying. Okay. Another damning detail came from a pharmacist who testified at Lizzie's trial that she had tried to buy a poison called prussic acid. the
Didn't
day
a lot of
before her
people try to
father
buy
and stepmother
those?
were killed.
Weren't there like a
However,
bunch
his
of
testimony
poisons
was
back in the day?
Other than a possible motive and circumstantial pieces of evidence, there was no physical evidence that
Yeah, wouldn't
implicated
that make
Lizzie in the
her
murder.
innocent?
The hatchet that was found in the basement was clean. At the end of the trial, Lizzie was found not
guilty. Her
However,
eyes say
many people
differently
still
to
believed
me.
Lizzie was guilty. In fact, there was even a creepy schoolyard rhyme that goes,
What's the rhyme?
quote, Lizzie Borden took an axe and gave her mother 40 whacks. And when she saw what she had done, she gave her father 41, end quote. All right, so we're about to go into Lizzie's room.
That did not rhyme that well, I'm gonna say
Big
it.
Bad Lizzie
I don't know how
Borden.
that caught on as a schoolyard rhyme. Ooh. The lights from the exit signs keep like
Didn't feel
freaking me
so weird
out.
in the other rooms,
Because
but
it's
it did
very, it's
feel
like bright red.
very uncomfortable in here.
Oh yeah.
There's her right there.
Why?
There she is with her bug out eyes.
Maybe
Bug
we'll
out,
fade the thing,
bugged out.
And maybe that'll get her out.
Lizzie Borden took an axe, gave her mother 40 whacks.
When she saw what she had done, we gave her father 41. I hate that.
Strangely, as soon as we finish reciting the Lizzie Borden rhyme, our audio recorder starts to pick up bizarre interference. It does this again when we
Whoa.
whisper it.
What if we whisper it?
This is like weirdly intimate. When she saw what she had done, she gave father 41.
Lizzie?
I'm getting out of here.
What if he roared to Lizzie?
Too much.
She's gonna kill us.
He's gonna
tonight.
fucking. Ew, we're sleeping here. We can't even run away.
Oh my
The
god.
second suspect is John Vinicum Morse, a theory recently made popular by a Massachusetts math teacher named Richard Little.
Go
who
off,
wrote a
Mr.
book on the case
Little.
that listed John Morse as the possible killer. John Morse was the brother of Mr. Borden's first wife and Lizzie's
First
uncle.
wife.
Interestingly,
Ooh.
according to Lizzie,
Maybe
in the
they
case
coordinated.
timeline, Morse was not seen from 9 a.m. until noon after the
Wait, he
murders
lived
had
there?
occurred. According to Little, John Morse's alibi to the police was that he was visiting a sick relative down the road during the time of the murder.
What if Lizzie and him coordinated? Because I'm still so. Why was she wearing just like a blue dress? That's so contrasting to red that it's very suspicious to
along with the
me.
town doctor. However, the same town doctor was also looking over the bodies of Mr. and Mrs. Borden, a bizarre contradiction in his story. Furthermore, Mrs. Borden was found dead in the guest bedroom that Morse had reportedly slept in the night before. That's Morse right there.
The way he like put his flashlight up.
Oh, what's his name? Morris?
Morse code.
John Morris, come on.
What if they
buddy.
like started like
Time's a-ticking.
speaking in Morse code with the
Show
flashlights?
up, murder us. Be the first ghost to murder someone in history. We'll get it on film. You'll be famous.
All right, you got 1 minute, John. Say something. You don't have to get violent.
Was that creaking, not them?
10.
Was that creaking, not them?
8.
I'm counting in my head.
Oh.
Oh!
I was giving him the chance to talk. Now I gotta start it over. Also, according to Lizzie's inquest testimony, Morse may have known about her father's will. Here's a transcript of that interaction.
Oh.
Question: did you know of your father making a will? Answer:
My
no,
uncle
sir,
told
except I
me.
heard somebody say once that there was one several years ago. That is all I ever heard. Question: who did you hear say so? Answer: I think it was Mr. Morse. Question: what Morse? Answer:
Morse.
Uncle
These
John being
nuts.
Morse. Little also cites a failing livestock business between Morse and Mr. Borden as a possible motive. Little additionally believes that Morse may have used a
Livestock
meat cleaver to kill the Bordens, as
Ooh.
John Morse was also a butcher for his profession. So,
You know what? It definitely had to have been Mr. Morse and Lizzie. It definitely had to have been them coordinating. Because Lizzie could have been there to be like, oh, I'll watch over the body while the maid gets help. Oh, there's a body upstairs. Oops, I didn't see that. Oh, but someone came in. Because there's no way she would have been like, oh, somebody came into the house. I think it was my stepmother, and I'm not going to tell her about my dead father on the couch right now. Unless Mr. Morse was like inside the house waiting. And Lizzie was in like whatever room she was in with her father and was like, oh, Mrs. Morse, Mrs. Borden, you can just head on up. I'm just chilling in the whatever, like the sitting room or something. I mean, she's not always going to say it like that, but she could have been like that.
so there are some things. He had a failing business with Mr. Borden.
Did he get anything out of this? Or like out of like the estate?
And he was a butcher. Those are 4 pieces of
Because there's no
circumstantial
reason
evidence
for him to do it if he's not going to get anything out of the estate. The estate.
Maybe not toe in toe.
Neck and neck.
Probably a better way to
Pinky
say
to
that.
Head and head? Head to head?
Context of the story.
Hatchet to head?
Neck and neck. Both of them seem dubious as hell. That's all.
Okay, I could go with that. The third suspect is the family maid, Maggie. Maggie had gone upstairs
Maggie.
to sleep in her bedroom, a floor above the guest room where Mrs. Borden was.
I really don't think it was Maggie.
In her own testimony, claims she may not have been fully asleep at the time of the murders. Yet somehow, she did not hear the brutal murder only 1 floor below. In fact,
I mean, the dude
room
was
that we're
napping.
talking in is the room that
Ah!
actually belonged to Maggie.
What are you doing? I'm trying to.
Why did that look so funny? That graphic looked so
I feel like I
funny.
would hear it downstairs.
I feel like I wouldn't. If someone was bludgeoning a napping person, I don't think they would be awake to scream. You know what I mean?
It's pretty light, but I could hear it. And if I'm trying to fall asleep, I feel like I hear everything. Piggybacking on the previous theory, some feel that it is too coincidental that a person could sneak into the house in broad daylight. With
Yeah, they
2
had to.
people
They had to have been inside the house already. I think like Lizzie putting in that comment about like, oh, the screen door was open. That's weird.
inside or around the house at the time. Which brings us to our 4th and final suspect, or rather, suspects, with the unsubstantiated theory that Lizzie and Maggie the maid conspired to kill the Bordens together. This theory has been the subject of many fan fiction, where Lizzie and Maggie were romantically involved. Some versions have Lizzie's stepmother discovering the romance.
Suspicious
to which they kill her and then
sapphics.
kill her father to cover it up. Fans of this theory point to the fact that Lizzie later in her life reportedly had a crush on an actress, a point that some feel caused her sister Emma to move out of the home they shared.
Oh my
Other than
God.
that, this theory has no evidence backing it. I can see that.
It would answer a lot of questions.
It
Too.
would answer a lot of
Got the dress,
questions.
trying to get that dress.
Yeah,
on.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Really, her only way out of that is saying, "I saw her with the dress. It was clean."
Yeah.
And then Lizzie saying nothing about her. So like they're both helping each other with their alibis.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
But you know me, I'm a fan of conspiracy theories. But this one
This
doesn't.
doesn't. I was gonna say this doesn't seem that crazy to me.
No, right? Okay.
It doesn't seem
I
too
like that.
outlandish. You know what I mean?
Because there are certain elements of each of their stories that don't seem to add up, but then when you put
Yeah.
them together,
Yeah.
Are you
they
agreeing right now?
sing.
Am I on base here? So I win.
I mean, I'm
Whoa.
not saying ghosts are real. I'm saying
No, you just said that.
no.
Now that we've gone over the history and explored the house, let's move on to the final phase of the investigation.
Sleeping
in the
inside the house.
Can you
Ghost
imagine if you had
sleepover.
paralysis in this room?
Oh my god.
I can't say that right before we're about to sleep.
And like you lifted your head up and you saw a face in the window.
With like a hatchet.
You know, one of my great fears. is
Imagine
that
having
it
sleep
shows up in
paralysis
the
right
word.
before you get
That
murdered. Oh
sounds
my
like
god.
literally a nightmare, and you know one of my big fears.
I
is
would
the
want to.
face staring
I would
at
be
your
so
window.
angry. Oh my god.
This is Ryan's captain log update. What time is it here? Holy moly. It's 2:43.
Whoa.
Not much progress has been made here.
Well, as you can see,
It is not haunted.
I don't think this place is haunted.
More than a century later, we are still trying to crack the Borden cold case. Last look at the Borden house.
I really
Perhaps
think it
one
was
day we will
Lizzie
know
and
who
Mr.
committed the
Morris.
murders, but many believe that this case will forever be a victim to time and will always remain unsolved.
Unsolved. Alright, let's hop into the next one. I'm gonna seriously say that it was Lizzie and Mr. Morris. Maybe they had something very against, like, the marriage, the union between the stepmother and Mr. Borden. Borden? Yeah, that's the last name. It's right there. It's right there in the video title. Let's look into the Ohio State
So
Penitentiary.
here we are.
Very
the road to
spooked.
Ohio State Reformatory.
Another
Reformatory.
prison for the
Another prison.
They're opening up the prison.
This reminds me of the
Find some ghosts.
what's that
This
game?
looks like a place we'll
Outlast.
find them.
Oh god. Ooh, that's a nice like sparkly jacket. I hate that. It is so open. I hate that. It looked very open. That was
This week on
very
BuzzFeed Unsolved, we
extremely
investigate
creepy.
Ohio State Reformatory in Mansfield, Ohio, as part of our ongoing investigation into the question, are ghosts real? This enormous prison was notorious for violence and poor conditions and is considered one of the most haunted places in the U.S. Right now we're sitting in a holding
Ooh.
cell. This is where people would go before they were sent off to whatever block they were going to go.
Very appropriate as we're about to dive.
We're about to dive
let's get into
in.
Opening on September 15th, 1896, Ohio State Reformatory was constructed in Mansfield, Ohio, on top of the former site of a Union Army training ground in the Civil War.
Whoa,
At
whoa.
current day, the main building of the reformatory has a gargantuan footprint of 200
I love the word gargantuan so much. That's like one of my favorite G words. I'm gonna say it.
and 50,000 square feet. In fact, the 6-story east cell block containing 600
That's
cells
so many
is
cells.
the largest freestanding steel cell block in the world.
Whoa.
The architecture, conceived by architect Levi T. Schofield, is Gothic in nature.
I love
invoking
Gothic
the feeling
architecture.
of castles.
As you
Conditions inside
should.
of the prison, mixed with the design, would earn the reformatory the unaffectionate nickname of, quote,
Dracula's castle.
end quote. This is the administrative building, that's why everything is so nice.
I love Gothic
Look at
architecture.
this.
I'm gonna say it. It should be said more often. Gothic architecture slaps.
Beautiful tile work. Air Force One.
Air-
You found Air Force One here?
What?
Air Force One, actually, now that I think of it, remember the reason they hijacked the plane is to release for the.
I'm gonna go ahead and cut you off right there because I don't give a shit. We're gonna move over here.
Also hurt. I'm also hurt by that.
Now,
I would've
here's
started
an
crying.
appropriate, movie reference. I haven't even seen Shawshank.
What if Shane just turned like full demon and starts like, "What did you say to me?" The things start flying around him.
But I know those steps.
Oh, so you can make movie references?
But that's because it's visual. Look at it.
That well, there's no plaque here for that. There's a plaque for the Air Force One
Because
thing.
you don't need a plaque. Because you're like, yeah, those are the stairs from Shawshank.
Unbelievable.
Whoa.
Yeah, they keep going.
Whoa.
You're quite taken with these.
I mean, I get it. It's kind of this weird juxtaposition. Dracula's castle, perhaps, appropriate.
Not all
Whoa.
Ooh, some nice exposed brick here.
Yeah, but it's tasteful.
It's
The
tasteful.
reformatory began with good intentions, as it was meant to be a place where first-time offenders and minor criminals would come to literally reform themselves.
That's
there was
nice.
a school, a gym, industrial training areas to teach the inmates a trade, and regular chapel
It's nice that they
service.
would try to
However,
teach
as
them
funds
stuff.
diminished and the need for prison space escalated, the
Ooh.
reformatory eventually became overcrowded. Sometimes
That's
stuffing
unfortunate.
4
Oh,
inmates to
no.
a cell.
Not
And
4.
the facilities fell into disrepair.
Uh-oh.
To make matters worse, the prison was no longer exclusive to minor offenders, and eventually became a maximum security
Ruh-roh,
prison,
Raggy.
taking in hardened and violent criminals.
4 people in a cell, that's a lot.
I mean,
Do I get my candy corn? You know what? I got a bag of candy corn recently, and I'm almost done with a whole freaking bag, which is wild. My heart's probably gonna just stop. But you know what? I'm gonna sneeze. I'm gonna sneeze. I sneezed. I'm free. I'm gonna grab the last bits of candy corn that I have from the first bag because they were selling candy corn bags for... Oh, for you to sneeze again. They were selling it two bags for $6, so let me grab that. I also had to blow my nose because I just... Whoa. Alright, let's continue.
Any normal people in a room that's too small. Like if you're in a dorm in college, if you hate your roommate,
It's tough business.
listening to music too loud when I'm trying to study, cooking a top ramen in the microwave when I'm trying to sleep.
You got some axes to grind?
No.
Oh.
Fuck you, Roland.
Roll.
As the population increased and the conditions
Yo,
worsened,
can we just talk about bad roommates for a second? My roommates in my apartment were my cousins, right? Because I didn't know anybody in my college before I moved in, so I just knew my cousins. I'm just clicking randomly at this point, sorry because I'm talking. But there's this one of my cousins, I'm gonna say it. I hope that they don't watch this, but my dog just went into the closet. I hope he's vibing in there, but one of my cousins was a nightmare to live with because he just stunk. I'm gonna say it outright. He stank. This man reeked. Oh my god. He moved out and he was living with us for my first semester, right? I was there for 2 semesters. And in the second semester, we were like, okay, please leave. We don't need you here anymore, yeah? And you know what? The room he was in stank. It stank. I went in there every day trying to spray it with all the air freshener I could. But every time I came back, it stunk. It still stunk. I don't know how you stink up an entire room. And you know what? This man was also nasty because hold on, I think my dog wants to sit on my lap right now. Let me get my dog really quickly. And also another tissue box. I ran out of tissues. Hold on. Be right back. Sorry about this. Okay, I'm back. He changed his mind from wanting to sit on the chair with me, so we're gonna continue talking crap about my cousin. Wait, my mic is up. So this man was nasty in a way that who puts their feet up on the frickin' wall? Who does that in any world? Who does that? Who does that? And you know what? When he put his feet up on the wall, it left frickin' marks. It left marks, and I forced him to clean it before he moved out. Oh my god. Okay, let's move on to the video now that we got our snacks and a tissue box. Alright.
Mistreatment from guards became commonplace.
That's awful.
For instance, as early as July 15th, 1898, a story ran in the New York Times stating 45 prisoners were hung by their thumbs
Oh
after
my
going on
god.
a strike because they no longer had access to tobacco. They were also given only one meal a day as punishment.
Hung by their
Silent
thumbs.
lunch?
Why? Why would you do that?
They wouldn't shut up.
It doesn't sound like the worst possible thing to do
Oh,
to
it does
someone.
to me.
Won't they just pop right out of the sockets? Oh, I don't like that one bit.
Oh my
If they
god.
hung me by my thumbs, I'd be pretty upset.
Well, it's not the worst thing you could do. They could give you a little, a paddle to the bottom or whatever.
Would you rather be hung by your thumbs than take a little spanking?
It could be a big, big paddle.
A
You
big
don't get spanked
paddle?
when you were a kid?
No.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Oh my god.
What the fuck is all I have to say to that.
They didn't like the thumb talk.
Do you not like the thumb talk? Was it too much thumb talk? I thought we went about 2 minutes long on the thumb.
Oh my
They
god.
didn't like the thumb talk.
Holy fuck? Holy fuck, holy fuck. If you were one of the people that had the thumb thing happen to you, that sucks. What was it like?
What do you think you're gonna get right now?
I feel like we should go see what that is, to be honest.
Go see what it is.
To the source of the disturbance. See if
But there was
this-
two.
It's not
No,
that.
It wasn't that. Hello?
Hello? Is anyone home?
I'm gonna lose my mind. So did that twice? Within the span of 10 seconds, but
But
nothing
we
else?
can confirm that it did sound like this, right?
Yeah.
That was the sound.
Do you think the wind's gonna do that twice?
Not moving.
Nope.
Well, shit.
So hopefully we find some good stuff tonight. Okay.
This is gonna be a
Oh
long
my
night.
god.
All right.
Oh my
Are
god.
you fucking kidding?
What was that? Is it the same noise?
Now there is a lot of wind.
Was it the same? I'm getting creeped out. I'm getting
Who
creeped
is
out.
it?
Who is that? Who said that?
Who is it?
It did happen right as the wind picked up. You did notice that.
But now it came from over here.
Yeah. There it is. It's that.
That thing, huh?
There's your.
Is it? Where is it?
There's a logical explanation for you.
Ah, okay, there it is. Huh. There we go. There you go.
But if we hadn't seen that,
If we hadn't seen that,
You would-
then we wouldn't be fooled.
no, we wouldn't have been fooled. You would have been telling me for months.
The conditions inside the reformatory eventually led to the prison being shut down permanently in 1990.
Good. Honestly,
During
good.
its time as a working prison, these walls played home to 154,000 inmates.
That's a lot of
some
cells.
whom never walked out. Whether it was violence or disease, at least 215 perished during their time at the reformatory, and at least one guard was killed by inmates. So this is the East Cell block.
I honestly feel bad for
This is
like
the
prisoners
bigger
that
of
have to
the two
deal with
blocks
like
inside this
disease
whole joint.
inside the
I mean,
prison.
this is like classic prison,
Yes,
I
it
guess.
is.
Oh,
Looks
can't
like
go
the-
past this. What are you doing?
I mean,
You're going past the chain.
well, we're gonna investigate it.
Oh, all right.
Good lord.
That looks
This is the
terrifying.
largest standing steel cell block in the world.
Really something. That's a lot of metal.
That is a lot of metal.
A lot of men.
Sheesh.
I'm hearing a lot of little noises.
Yeah,
Now,
I
what
am too.
What do you suppose those are?
Probably the wind. Oh, what was that?
I don't know. I could certainly see how one would lose their mind in a situation like this.
Yeah, this looks pleasant.
Fuck this.
I think people should have just
so
started like
hard,
singing. I mean, was that was such like a
This is
theater kid
fucking
response.
It's the opportunity of a lifetime to be here. We are high up.
We are
Ugh, I hate that. Imagine being on the higher cell block, on the higher cells.
We're gonna get some motion lights up here. We're gonna have a real party up here on this 6th floor.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Party, baby.
It's a party in the
There he
USA.
Hello?
There he goes. All by himself.
There he goes.
Separating from the group.
It's the ideal
Whoa.
time to kill him.
Yeah, I mean, if
Jump
I were
him.
a dying camera, it would be a pretty noble
Jump
thing.
him.
Future ghost hunters would be like, this is the spot where Ryan Bergara got murdered. Oh my god, this keeps stretching.
I hate that, especially in the dark.
Ryan sometimes.
They need like that one flashlight that had the freaking sun in it. They need that one flashlight.
What
That would be
was
so funny.
I didn't say anything.
Jesus Christ, it's so far.
You sure you didn't say anything, Shane?
Now go back and set them off to make sure they work.
I got a better idea. Why don't you go fuck yourself? I won't do that.
All right.
So if there's anything on this 6th tier,
Of
on
a
the
cake.
south side,
On the south side.
walk towards our voice.
Walk towards us. What if they were like, alright, prisoners, line up for your meal. Line up for
If you
lunch.
turn on those lights, you'll go to heaven.
Okay, so now that's taking it too
Stop, he sounds like one of those. Does anyone remember those Instagram posts where it's like this post if you love Jesus and he'll remember you? Like, literally.
far.
Sure, Jesus is following my Instagram. I hate that.
While
What is-
some
what-
deaths were
oh.
the results of violence from other inmates, other deaths were self-inflicted. It's said that one inmate named James Lockhart covered himself in turpentine stolen from the prison furniture shop and set himself on fire in his cell. James's spirit is considered one of the more violent within the prison.
Yo, I've used turpentine before. Not to make this about me. Sorry to James Lockhart, but I've used turpentine before.
16, 15,
That was such an awful thing for me to say.
13.
Ooh, lucky number. Any Taylor Swift stands in here? Somebody play Taylor Swift for your, what's his name? James Lockhart?
Okay.
Taylor Swift.
Oh, fuck.
It's tight. It's a tight squeeze. We can barely move around in here right now, just the two of us.
This is insane. Could
Yeah,
you
this is-
imagine
4 people?
living in here with 4?
Yeah, with
That's
4
crazy.
people, that tiny
James, I
space?
get it. I just want to say that up front. If I had to be trapped in here, even if it was only for 15 years, too much.
So when did he was 22 when he set himself on fire?
Yeah.
He had been in here since he was 7.
What?
He was trapped in here for 15 years.
No, his sentence was 15 years.
I see.
It said
Oh.
that other people walked by, like the guards, walking in over here, seeing a man trapped in here on fire.
I mean, it was probably gruesome.
Yeah. I just,
Probably smelled awful
Jesus
too.
Christ.
Especially in such an
I'm gonna
enclosed
turn something on
area.
that may help you talk to us. And it's.
Even to James.
It's the spirit
I'm gonna
box.
do this to James.
Sorry, James.
Somebody get folklore ready.
All right, James, I don't think I properly introduced myself before. I'm Ryan, that's Shane. Could you say any of our names back to us?
Ryan and Shane. What did that sound like?
Monopoly?
Monopoly?
Fuck, that was.
Monopoly?
James, are you in here?
Whoa, that sounds like classical music. Ah,
What?
what? Was that Ghost
that
asking
again.
for a threesome?
This is your last chance. Use this energy that this is giving off to say something. Turning it off.
My dog is on my lap now, by the way. Just a quick update on my dog.
Well, James, we're gonna leave your cell here, but before we leave, once again, sorry what happened to you happened to you. Pretty awful.
May you know peace.
Oh. I hate this. I hate
Another
this. I
less
hate that. I
graphic
hate the
death that
static
occurred in
camera.
prison happened in the warden's living quarters on November 5th, 1950. Helen Glatke, the wife of the reformatory superintendent, was attempting to grab a jewelry box.
she just,
from a
like, fall
shelf in her
over?
closet when she accidentally knocked down a handgun. The handgun hit the floor and discharged, shooting Helen in the chest, resulting
Oh
in
my
Helen's
God.
death a couple days later.
That is
Visitors to
so.
the living quarters report smelling her prominent rose-scented perfume and catching glimpses of her walking into her pink bathroom.
A pink
Alright,
bathroom
so
sounds
this is the
so
second
nice.
floor.
Are you kidding me?
It's up here where Helen's living
They
quarters were,
lived
as
there?
well as her
Do
soon.
prison superintendents live in the
Seems like a
freaking
fun place to
prison?
grow up if you're a child.
You have a very different definition.
I would not
of
want to be
fun.
married to a prison
We
superintendent if they
have a
do
very
live there.
lovely rose-scented
Oh my
perfume.
god.
We'd love to smell it. So if
We'd
you could,
love to
We'd love to
why don't we
smell
close
it.
our eyes and
Just like-
smell, you know, heighten our sense of smell and see if we could smell any kind of perfume.
Yeah.
You too.
I'm happy to.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe back up from me. I could feel your air intake. It's like
I
a
can't.
yeah,
A nasal jet.
it smells like old wood.
Yeah. I was gonna
smells
say
like old
wood
prison.
rotting plaster.
Well, Helen, if you aren't here, or if you are here, we sure can't smell you, which is a weird sentence to say.
We
We
can't
would
smell
like
ya,
to
Helen.
smell ya.
Or if you're a
Smell
little
you
busy
later,
right now, we can
Helen.
always smell
Oh
you
my
later.
god.
Smell you later.
Oh, you're back?
I haven't watched this video yet, by the way.
One room that is particularly active and mysterious in nature is a room on the 3rd floor of the
The
administration
3rd floor.
referred to as the chair room. The
Ooh,
room,
do they
which is
like
one of the
throw
only
chairs or
rooms
something?
in the reformatory without windows, has a single chair sitting in the center of it.
Is it for like
Paranormal investigators claim that when the chair is moved from the center of the room, the chair will return to the center of the room on its own.
whoa?
One investigator even claimed to be pushed and scratched by the entity in this room.
Do they just really like how
And
the
as the
chair
name
is
would
placed or
suggest,
something?
I present to you the chair.
The chair.
This chair looks
The
fucking stupid in the middle
chair.
of the room.
I actually think it looks rather nice. I like what you've done with the place. It really sets the mood.
Well, we disagree.
Is this an
You're the guy who's
octagonal
gonna
room?
move it.
Hey, don't move the fucking chair. Come on, man. Hey! I tried to stop.
Did you all know that octagonal rooms were used to build domed rotundas in Rome? Because I found that out last night.
Seriously, that's
Fun
just rude.
fact,
Come
fun
into this
architectural
room.
fact.
It's whatever's in this room. I'm sorry. We're from California. Don't let this be representative of all California.
We're the Hollywood elite. I don't think you're strong enough.
What if he
to
just
move
kicked
that.
it like Finn
Whoever you
Hudson
are.
in
Are you
Glee
even
would?
a human? Are you maybe a demon? Whoever's here, move that chair back.
Move that chair
That's
back.
not the center of the room at all. Move it back.
Kick it,
I'll
kick
stand
it.
Right over here. You
Kick
can
it like
throw
a
right at me
football.
if you want. Move that chair.
I really want them to kick it like a football.
Move it.
He's gonna take your chair. He's gonna take it outside. He's gonna
Take
spread
it out
his
of the
butt
room.
cheeks, and he's gonna lay a fat turd right over the center of it.
I didn't,
Oh my god.
sure, yeah.
That was
Vivid
so.
image.
Very vivid.
That is a
That's
very
what I'm
vivid
gonna do.
image.
And I'm going to take photos of it and put it on Instagram.
Oh my
How
god.
about this? If whatever's in here moves this chair back to the center, we won't do anything to the chair. We'll leave it alone.
They're just
Sounds like
like
a fair deal.
taunt the
Yeah,
demon,
sounds
taunt
like
the
a fair
chair
deal.
You see
demon.
that? You said
But I
if
feel
you
like it's
move
pretty
it back, he
stupid to
won't mess
haunt a
with it.
chair. It is pretty stupid to haunt a singular chair.
Tough season for the Bucco.
No. Wait a second. Wait.
Tough
You
one.
realize this happening would be incredible, right?
Yeah, it would be. It certainly would be unboring.
One thing that also happens in this room is people get scratched if they get a little too rambunctious.
Kick it.
Scratch me. That's
Kick
what I'm here
it.
for. I'm here for the scratches. I keep forgetting.
Now, I don't really think you're actually giving it your all.
What do you want? Scratch me,
There we go. There he is.
asshole.
He's back.
Go on. Scratch me up. Make me bleed.
Oh, the Shaniac is back, baby.
Scratch my heart.
Holy
Scratch at my insides. Give
Yeah.
me internal bleeding. Make me lash blood. How about that?
He's getting medical.
Latch yourself onto my soul. Come back to Hollywood with me and destroy the lives of all my friends and coworkers.
Oh my god.
Follow, but I got it.
Ryan's family has a little dog.
Yo. Don't give up the dog. Don't give up the dog.
First table.
Don't give up the dog. Don't do that to the dog.
Giving him a dossier.
Don't get the dog
This is
haunted.
supposed to be the season of respecting ghosts, and every time I've tried to do that, you yell at me to disrespect them.
I'm telling you to be true to who you are.
I mean,
Aw,
that is
that's
certainly
nice.
Valid.
That's
I'm living a lie otherwise.
Well,
Because
then be
we're
yourself.
talking to air.
I'm scared. Oh, hell
An active
no.
area of the reformatory. There are rumors of the chapel being used as a place of executions prior to becoming a chapel. And
Ugh.
ghosts are known to grab people who attempt to leave.
What if the prison people, like the administration was like, we used to execute people here, but I think it's time we should pray away our sins. So they just put a chapel there.
This should be a good place, though, right?
Push us down the stairs.
Then again, you would also
Push us
think
before
that
we get in.
spirits that are hanging out in the chapel are kind of mocking things, you know, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, but Jesus.
Maybe they're
Is
just
Jesus
chilling
here?
there.
I have no
Is
idea.
Jesus here?
At this moment, our audio recorder picks up a voice saying, "I am not."
Is Jesus here?
I have no idea.
Whoa.
What? Well, clearly he is.
That's
Jesus
the only
being
case,
sneaky?
yeah, because he says I. He's answering,
I'm not here. I'm not here.
it's either that or it's the devil. I don't know. I just,
But then Jesus. is the
Wait,
devil?
wait. What if he's saying, I am hot? I'm so sorry.
Is that
well, he
your
says I'm
stance?
saying it's the devil pretending to be Jesus. He's playing like a little game. Like,
But then he would say.
You wanna play a little game? Jaws
That's true,
who? I
guess
only
that
know
doesn't really-
Jesus.
You know what it is? I just am nerved. I'm unnerved by something answering a question about Jesus. That's a ghost hanging out in a chapel for some reason, which seems like a weird place for someone to spend if they're trapped for eternity.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, I chalk it up to the usuals.
Imagine being trapped for eternity that
Chalk it up to
isn't
the
like
usuals.
somewhere
That's gonna
you
just be
like.
a new go-to answer.
Okay, well, I think it's a pretty clear voice, and it answered your question in a little tricky way, but intelligently.
I am not.
I am hot.
Holy moly!
Holy macaroni.
This is quite a room.
My dog's laying on my right hand right now, so I can't really grab a tissue and blow my nose. So I'm just sitting here like, yep, I'm fine. This is okay. He just like gripped my arm more. Hello?
I mean, it is a chapel. I gotta say, for a prison chapel, I did not expect it to be this expansive.
It is very big. I mean,
Oh, should we harmonize?
I thought we were still
This is
going.
bad.
All right. My name's Ryan. That's Shane.
And we're here to make a connection
Ooh.
with you. We want you to feel comfortable.
What
and
if they
safe
just start like
when
a
you reach out to
mass,
us. So
a
please
midnight
know
mass?
that we are very
Ooh.
non-judgmental. We don't care about what crimes you've committed.
This is a place of worship and forgiveness.
And
This is giving me flashbacks to
respect
midnight
you.
mass, like very
Must be
uncomfortable
lonely.
flashbacks.
If you don't want us to leave, you should say something now.
Say something or
sucks.
forever hold your peace.
You could go home with him. He'll break you out of this joint.
hop on me. I'll give you a little
Hop
piggyback
on
ride all
me.
the way home to sunny Los Angeles.
Last chance. What's your name?
What the hell?
Is that muffled conversation?
What the hell?
Very peculiar.
What the hell?
Where's it coming from?
I hate that. I hate that.
Oh, I see it. There's a bird
Oh.
right there.
Oh, there's a bunch up there.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, bros.
Oh, is that a pigeon?
Not
Is that a chicken?
Shit.
Ooh.
Hey.
Was that pink too?
Comes to guards
Jesus.
with a penchant for doling out punishment. Our last location is perhaps the darkest, a place referred to as the Hole.
The hole.
Was the name given to the solitary confinement cell block of the prison.
I always
This
hate
block
like the
was
idea that
reserved
there's
for those
solitary
being
confinement.
punished. Legend has it that in the late 1930s, as punishment for a riot, 120 prisoners were forced to shove themselves into the 12 solitary confinement cells for a week.
I mean, I
without
guess.
food.
Ooh,
This
without
incident
food.
reportedly resulted
It
in
sounds so-
madness and some deaths.
Ugh.
Reportedly,
They must have, like,
horrifying
eaten each other.
happenings occurred in the hole.
Did some of them
including
eat each
an
other?
inmate hanging himself, a guard being killed by inmates, an inmate lighting himself on fire. One instance where 2 inmates entered the hole together and only one walked out, with the other being discovered dead, his body stuffed under the
Oh,
bunk.
not under
In
the
other
bunk.
words, this is a rather horrible place, and as with most
I honestly would have thought
places,
that like
we'll
some
investigate it
cannibalism occurred.
individually.
Because that's like a whole week with like so many
That'll
people.
be fun for you because you get to build up the anticipation and get very scared.
Yeah, really good.
While I just walk around.
Oh my god, it's so close to his face.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ, it's very close to his face. I'm uncomfortable.
If there's anyone here, my name's Shane. And I'd like to talk to you. I have a microphone in my pocket, and if you put your lips real close to it and whisper something, my friend will have proved that ghosts are real.
It's very nice of him to try and get
Come to this.
evidence.
I really do wonder sometimes, how did I end up in this spot? Walking through solitary confinement by myself. In the
I mean,
middle
it
of the
is
night,
solitary
in a haunted
confinement,
prison.
Ryan.
Is this what I wanted from life? I don't think it is.
Please try to say something intelligent and coherent. You know, say, I don't like the food here. Or, this is a bad time for me. Or, can you please stop talking? Something. I'm going to give you the floor now. You know what? For the
You
hell of
just
it,
hear like,
I'm
shut the
gonna try
hell
my luck.
up.
It's going to be pitch black here in a prison. Here we go.
I hate that.
You know, I didn't walk down West Cell Block.
Is he gonna do that now by himself? Oh my god. Is this character development? I don't know I don't know like the
Here's a
timeline.
nice thing. Though. Somebody looks like they beat the shit out of this. Not sure what that is.
Is that like bullet holes? Or like bullet dents, maybe?
Ooh,
Ew.
Now, these appear to be the
It looks nasty as
solitary
hell.
rooms, I think, because they have those tiny little doors on them. I'm gonna jump into one of these, feel out the space. Ooh. Oh. I'm
Whoa.
going to be quiet now. If you're a ghost, reach out to me, communicate. I welcome your thoughts.
I
respect
welcome
because
your
that's what
touch.
I'm doing this season, or at least attempting to do. Here I go. I'm going to be quiet now.
I hate that.
Let her rip.
Oh, I don't like how it's like pitch black now.
It's nice over
Okay.
here. I like it.
Hell no. I would have started running.
If that's somebody up there, make that noise again on your cell.
But you know what? That does just sound like wind. Those tabs don't sound like wind though.
I fucking hate this place. I really do.
But it's got some charm. I'm not even kidding about that.
Time to face the music, huh? Let's send the Rye Guy to the hole.
Send the right guy.
The things you said to me.
Psy guy Cyrus from Animal Crossing? Animal Crossing November 5th update?
You do know I hate you, right?
It's pretty spooky. I sat in one of the solitary cells.
pretty
and just
spooky,
really-
isn't it?
Just really, I tried to put myself in their shoes, and I think I learned a little bit.
A little bit
Wow.
about what? Solitaire? Oh,
I hate
what?
this part of the episode, you know. I mean,
Ghosts, here he comes.
Jesus Christ, that was loud.
Here comes your boy Ryan Bergara.
Okay.
Well, good luck. Off you go.
Ryan's just like, Ryan looks exactly like
Okay,
those kids that don't
well,
want to go
as
into the
Mr.
school,
Shane
and the
said,
parents like, just
my
go
name is Ryan.
inside.
I'm very scared right now. So know that if you're scared, I promise you I'm more scared.
Ryan's out there doing his little thing.
Do know that if you show yourself, I have a camera. I will see you. And everybody will know you exist, and I win.
He seems to be handling them well this season.
I think Ryan should have gone in, I mean, no, not
Wrong.
Ryan. Shane should have gone into
If
the
there's
west
anybody
cell
up here with
block.
me, I just got the chills. Oh, shit.
He had to do it sometime. I don't know how he's gonna fare. He was a little rattled earlier.
Only
in the night.
rattled.
Well, I'm gonna sit
Only
on one
oh.
of these, and they're disgusting.
Yeah, they do look disgusting as hell.
Okay.
Like, that's
Sitting in a
caked in, like,
solitary cell
whatever.
by myself.
Oh,
Good shit, right?
I would not want to
Let's
sit or,
fire
like,
up the
touch
spirit
anything.
box.
That looks nastier than a New York City subway station.
Alright. My name's Ryan. Can you say Ryan back?
Imagine if they slept there. Oh my god. I think I would start crying.
You say Ryan?
Ryan. Whoa.
No escape, huh? What's the name of the jail we're at right now?
Michael?
Psycho.
Oh, what?
Who is in this cell? Whose
Michael?
cell am I in? Can you say my name?
Wait,
My name is
what?
Ryan
Hold on.
Ryan.
Jan did it? Can did it? Can did? Cam did
Can you
it?
say my name? My name is Ryan Bergara.
Caroline?
What did you do? Why are you here?
Good. Thanks.
Obviously you weren't good.
Wait, hold on. I can't make that out.
Crank March saw that. What did you say?
It sounds to me like it's saying we first board at dusk.
I did not hear that at all. I did not hear that at all.
So
Hold on, let me listen to that again.
at dusk.
Yeah, listen to it again.
Wait, okay, because I usually every time they give like the audio, I try to close my eyes so I don't read whatever Ryan interpreted it as, because then your brain is kind of looking for that, right? So I'm just like I still don't hear it.
So we.
I heard,
were
like,
speaking to
subordinate,
the
maybe.
booths, and we said, please tell us an important message. And he got up to the mic and said, "We first board at dusk."
It could be a metaphor. I don't know.
Why would ghosts be speaking in metaphors?
I don't know.
If I was a
Why would
ghost,
they
I would
speak?
not be speaking in metaphors.
Check
Like,
it.
I'm dead. I just gotta be honest.
Alright, I'm gonna turn this off for the last part here.
Left
alarmingly
to
silent
our...
down here.
Wait, is the box still on?
What was that? Who was that? Reveal yourself. Could you make a noise? Could you bang on one of your cells? I'll come to you.
I'm scared, I'm scared, I'm scared, I'm scared, I'm scared. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Who is that?
If my friend's scared...
Hear the little whispers. Please. If you want to talk, God, I have such all the hair standing up in my body.
I'd be so angry.
Time's up. Thank fucking God. Too late. Won't get to know.
I'd be so
Sayonara,
scared.
motherfucker.
I'd be so scared if my friend tried to mess with
What are
me.
you gonna say to them?
Nah, take a good look at this face. You ain't
You'll
gonna
never see
it
me
You had your
again.
chance.
I'll never
See that little
cry
dance?
for
That's the last
you.
thing you're ever gonna see.
You'll never see me
Adios. Oh fuck, forgot the spirit
again.
box.
Oh no.
I have my hands are full.
What?
Try your best.
Try your best.
I'm back.
Oh my God.
Isn't that funny how that happens? Fuck, where did I leave this shit?
But if you forgot which cell he was in, so he had to like look through every single one. What if a ghost took the spirit box, like, shut up?
Ah, I found you, motherfucker! Oh god, this is the best part when I just feel so much joy and happiness and I remember all that's good in the world.
This is you at your most loathsome.
Yeah.
After spending a night roaming the unsettling cell blocks of Ohio State Reformatory,
I
I
have
can
to-
see why many feel
my
the prison is
wafers.
haunted. Even without the history, the visuals presented are enough to make the imagination run wild. But whether or not Ohio State Reformatory is definitively haunted will remain.
Unsolved. I don't think it was haunted. There was like a lot of birds inside the building and possibly outside the building. So I don't think it's haunted. I don't think it's haunted. I don't think. Right. So I think this is one of my favorite ones, to be honest. If I'm going to be extremely honest with you all. And like the one with like the best evidence. I really think that they should just have like a medium with them at a lot of the sites, which yeah. They had a medium in this episode, which makes sense. Like, come on, come on.
We're being watched.
Two.
1. Hi, Carly. Hannah's house.
On the
HH.
season finale of BuzzFeed Unsolved, we're going to be doing things a little bit differently. In the
Shane
past, we've
looks
investigated famous
so-
buildings, attractions, museums. But what all of these places have in common is that they either were only active in the past or because they're famous, they've been thoroughly investigated. It occurred to me that to find a place that is truly active, we'd have to investigate a home that is not only active now, but is currently lived in. We'd have to make a house call. So here we are, a home to a family of 4 that reached out to us to hopefully help them find out who or what is inside their home.
I find this one very interesting.
The mother who reached out
Because this honestly could have been, like, all staged. This could have been, like, producers making taps, noises, like, you know what I mean?
colleague of ours, Hannah Williams. Hannah's given us the opportunity here to do 2 things. 1, find and document evidence of a ghost and prove once and for all that ghosts are real. You like that?
Keep going.
2, we could finally help somebody. And judging by what Hannah has told me, she's gonna need a little bit of help. And frankly, this house kind of terrifies me. I don't know if you could tell how nervous I am right now. But without further ado,
That's like a very strange house. Is that like a California type of house?
On in.
Because you're definitely not gonna see like this type of house. Ooh, that's a nice doorknob though, like a star. I always get distracted by architecture. Oh my god.
well, I've thought about it. I hate it.
Yeah, you're right now. Yeah, let's take a seat in the dark. What was that? There was a noise over there.
Yeah, no shit.
What was that?
I don't know. Let's go find out. We don't live here. We hear what you've done here. I know what you're up to.
I know what your pranks are, bucko.
I'm not scared of you.
What was that noise again? It's coming from over here somewhere.
Well, let's set up camp here.
Why are these picture frames
what?
knocked
That's a
over?
hand. Let's sit down. We're here on the couch. I will show you what I've brought to protect myself because I have a feeling that whatever's in here may not
Oh my
be
God.
nice.
Holy water?
Oh, it's in like a nice little
Shall we get into it?
box.
I don't know.
In July 2018, Hannah Williams, her husband Matt, and her 3-year-old and 6-year-old sons moved into a new home in Los Angeles.
Woo,
California.
let's
At
go.
first, the move was stressful. As
I mean, this is like a haunted house, so I don't know.
And for the first 3 weeks in the home, things remained exactly that.
Ordinary.
But then one night, Hannah and her family started to hear what sounded like footsteps coming from the attic, loud enough that it woke her up in the dead of the night.
It made it a little difficult to sleep at first, just because,
Oh, they were that loud.
yeah, like new noises too, I think. Where I'm like,
New noise.
I didn't
New
live in my old
noises.
house,
Oh, I see.
so it's weird to me.
That kind of makes sense, but then it's also like, aren't
Being
footsteps
skeptical
kind
and
of
rigid,
prominent?
Hannah and her husband assumed it must have been the typical wood creaks that come along with the home. But as time went on, the footsteps continued and got undeniable.
Oh yeah, this is kind of like the tapping thing I was talking about in my apartment earlier. Like it was going on for like a week or so. Which I failed to mention, but I just got really sick of it one night and I was like, if you want to come get me, come get me. I have a knife on me now, mother trucker. Not the exact words I
Hannah was
used, but
thinking
you
those
get the
lights that
idea.
she turned off would be on when she returned. It started to become clear that this was perhaps
I'm
beyond
afraid of the
normal
dark, by the way, which, like,
circumstances of a house.
I wanna
added to
separate
my
this
freaked
straight
out
right from
self.
the jump here.
Yeah.
Seems like they got a lot of smart technology in this home. I want to make sure that these lights aren't hooked up to some sort of Alexa.
He
or
looks
Google.
he looks insane right
Light
now.
switch.
Okay.
This is our first house call, so I thought it would be wise to offer all we could to try and solve this. So I called in a psychic.
Hello.
AJ.
Ryan, nice to meet you.
I'm Shane. This is
Nice to meet
the
you.
Osmo.
Nice to meet you.
Yes.
That's he doesn't believe in any of this. So
Oh, that's awesome.
Sorry.
Sorry, a boo point.
Sorry, man.
in case you're wondering why he's being an a-hole.
It's gonna be a tough time tonight.
One night, Hannah and her husband were awoken by the sound.
That's a nice
of their
statue in the
alarm system
dresser.
Being triggered. When they went down to investigate, the alarm disarmed itself. The
Ooh.
alarm system monitors all entries, such as windows and doors.
The way it works is when it sets off, the alarm trips for 30 seconds, and you have 30 seconds to disarm it before it goes into full-blown alarm mode. So one night at about 4 in the morning, the alarm tripped.
That would honestly freak me out, having an alarm like
Pulled
tripping.
up, And he ran to, like, we both didn't know what to do either, because I'm like,
Yeah,
"What are you
'cause
doing in?
Do
we
you
turn the alarm on?
turn it off? Do you
we see
wait
if
for it
it's
to
tripping?" And it was just very confusing.
You are also weren't thinking, I bet you there's a ghoul inside my house.
a
No,
ghoul?
it's a burglar.
Steal my big screen TV or something.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
So he gets up and he starts looking around and he doesn't see any doors open. So he goes to disarm the alarm and it just stops before he goes to disarm it. And that was weird. But what was weirder is when we went to look at the log to see what.
Yeah, the log is
encrypted,
weird.
There was no record of the
I'm
alarm.
gonna say the log is weird. Maybe it was like a malfunction, to be honest.
No.
But it's also very, very, very coincidental that the alarm stops tripping before they try to stop it. You know what I mean?
Before, so how does it work? You walk in, you give like a reading of the room, maybe what you're sensing.
Yeah, kind of. So what I do, I kind of go through each home or location. I pick up hot, cold spots or the vibration that I pick up here.
It's
There's
such a
also residual
good
energy of the
vibration.
home and also the people that live in it. So
It's such a
typically what I do pick up is either the people that live in the home,
sweet
their energy, their loved ones, the home itself, what happened here, or what happened here on the land itself before this home was built.
Whoop. 1 week later.
So we did the investigation. This is all the stuff that we found. I'm going to present it to you room by room. I'm also going to tell you the things that...
I love how the headphones are like on his head right now.
And we can talk about that. So
I mean, my hope has always been that you guys would go spend the night, nothing happens, we all move on.
well, I will say this, and this is not hyperbole.
I would not want to
This
hear
is
what
by
he says.
far the most evidence we've ever found in any place.
I would not want to hear that about my
Considerable
home.
margin.
Oh my god, are you serious?
Okay,
Boy.
let's just jump into it.
We'll see.
AJ had mentioned that there is a mischievous energy in this house.
What if it's Shane? What if the energy is just Shane?
Or thing like to present itself.
You can present yourself as a full-bodied apparition or FBA.
We just want to.
I thought he said FDA for like 2 seconds.
So.
We're not here to hurt you. We're here to end you.
And you can do whatever you like. What are you smirking at, Shane? What are you smirking at?
Looks like that dresser has eyes.
Yeah, it looks like a little eyeballs.
If anyone is here, can you tell us your name?
If it's too hard to speak, can you move something? There's 2 flashlights.
Throw
on the table.
something.
One of the flashlights.
That did not sound like a
I don't know if
voice.
You guys are connected to the homeowners, you still talk with him, but I do believe there is a father figure that is passed over because it feels like there's like a father figure that is connected here to the home. I keep on hearing the name Don or Ron, like Don or Donald is connected here.
That's Matt's dad.
So.
Yeah. I thought this was like really cool.
I'm sorry.
Not like listen, like not the way that like the father figure passed away. That I'm not saying that's cool. Listen. I'm saying like the medium knowing about that or like talking about that is cool.
It was just so surprising.
You okay?
Yeah.
Shane like does not know how to react.
Wow.
For the record, off camera, he also identified my grandpa that just passed a couple weeks before this investigation and told me things that I said to him on his deathbed, and I don't know how he knew those things. So.
Wow. Oh my gosh. That's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, he was. It's a lot. Okay.
Oh wow.
Moving on.
I'm like shaking right now.
Yeah, I know I was too.
Oh.
If we need to stop, you can let me know.
Okay.
All right, now, this is a weird departure, but now we're going straight to Ghost Town.
Okay.
Okay.
Ghost Town population
Rain falling outside.
4 or 5, including AJ, because it's oh
Ooh.
yeah, that sounded like a shush.
Not one of us.
That's very distinct.
Or maybe it could have just been like a noise coming from like someone's clothes or shoes or something.
This is gonna be a long day. However, up to
It
this
could have come from
point,
anything.
the footsteps, the lights turning on and
Can't
off,
open the
and
bag.
alarm malfunction
Give me the
could all be
food.
chalked up to coincidence.
Yeah, it
But
could have been
one night in August,
coincidence.
something would happen in Hannah's bedroom that would change that.
So what started happening is every night Jackson would come, he'd come into our room in the middle of the night, go around to my side of the bed and stand there until I noticed.
I do that sometimes with my mom.
Creepy.
Like
One
still.
night, I felt him standing next to the bed, and I rolled over, and it was not Jackson. It was a girl.
His face.
Just standing there where he stands. She was a 11-year-old maybe. My first instinct was more annoyed, like, what are you, like, and so then I just rolled back over. I was like, not gonna happen for you.
You saw the specter of a little girl in your room, and you were like, I gotta catch up on some Z's. See you later.
the next morning, I woke up and I was like,
I would honestly be really annoyed if like a little kid like tried waking me up too.
So I woke up and then Jackson was in bed next to me and he sits up and starts waking up and the first thing he does is turn to me and ask, "Who's blank?" And he says a girl's name.
What was the name?
He says it was Matilda.
I hate that name. What are you doing?
Seems like maybe
My dog's sniffing the tissues with my snot in it. That's kind of nasty.
in your room. That's very common in a lot of sleep paralysis stories that I read. But to have two people say the same thing,
Yeah.
without, you know, talking to each other prior about it.
It's an odd coincidence. That's kind of hard to explain.
Okay, so right now we're heading into the master bedroom. Obviously, this is another one of the big players in this house. This is where also the little girl presented herself to Hannah.
Ooh, I just got chills. All right, we're gonna put the Ovilus on phonetic mode.
Yeah.
Oh,
This investigation marks our first time using a device.
I wish they
referred to
used this
as the
more.
Ovilus. The Ovilus is a device used to communicate with spirits that takes environmental readings, such as electromagnetic fields and temperature.
yeah, that sounds so much better than the spirit
Environmental
box.
readings produces phonetic noises that sometimes form words. The
I always forget that this exists instead of the spirit box because this is such a better device than the spirit box in my opinion.
Right, but where Hannah sleeps. Oh, look at all the mirrors in here too.
I know. This is probably why there's a lot of activity in here because of the mirrors.
Yeah,
Why do
mirrors
master
are very
bedrooms,
important.
like the master bedroom in my house has that too, like I think so. Oh,
Hi.
We're talking directly again
Oi,
to
oi, oi,
Matilda,
oi, oi,
if
oi,
that's
oi,
actually her
oi.
name. We're talking to the little girl that keeps showing herself in this house. If you are in fact a little girl, can you please show yourself?
Can you prove yourself? that you're
show
here in this
yourself.
room with
Yeah,
us?
what if like in the mirror they were between the curtains?
Back of my arm.
You getting a scratch?
What was that noise?
Here. Right there. Is there anything there?
Not really.
Okay, just like the burn.
Ooh.
It could be my head.
Oh, probably. Who's here? Is it Matilda? We don't got all night, dork. Yeah, that's it. Who are you here for? Who are we talking
What do
to?
you want?
All right. Nothing. No one.
They may be scared of you. Do you fear the tall man? If this was an other scenario and they thought we were ghosts,
That's
could
pretty
you imagine how frightening you would be? I see a tall man. He wears squares.
Razum. Just to, if they do think I'm a ghost, I'm gonna give them the scare of their life right
I'm so excited for this roar. Ferocious screaming.
I feel like there's a family still kind of connected here, as if they're stuck here in some unique way. And I don't feel like that they're stuck in a negative way that they don't want to leave. I just feel like because they died in a tragic event here. So they don't like that they're here. Set boundaries is what you guys do.
Is that like
So,
fake
look,
grass?
We live here, we're protecting the family, we're looking out for them, this is what we need to do. It feels like as if like someone's hanging in some ways. I don't know if this wall was here originally or if this is all open, but for some reason I want to walk through this and kind of walk through here. So I don't know what they know about the property or the home itself.
The attic is above us right now. But
I hate that. I hate that. I hate that. I hate that.
Do you get to the attic? Oh, I see.
I hate like the attic crawl space.
That with a capital
It's
F.
so creepy. Especially like inside the closet. I would want the closet to be shut at all times.
Why? Do you not want us to do this?
Yeah, wait.
What'd you say?
I could be a ghost. Wait.
Terrific, right? How we doing?
I don't know.
I want to peek up there.
I'm just want a little peek.
No, it's
yeah.
impossible.
No.
But we want to open this first. Okay, let's do
I
it.
hate that. I don't like the idea of an attic at all. I live in a basement, so I'm cool with like basements, but an attic, that's like a little, do you need a freaking roof room? That's weird.
You know, it's a lot of wood.
Yeah, it looks dust. Oh my god.
It feels like that we need to go back into August. I don't know why August is significant, but it feels like it was a turning point. Like July, August feels like it was a turning point for the family.
They moved in.
July, and in August is when they first saw
Yeah.
the little girl.
This is what I mean. I don't
Ooh.
feel like there's a little girl here. And even though they may see this little girl, I'm not getting a little girl here.
Yo, I'm getting freaked out. I hear like knocking on the
Whenever I
door.
bring it up to Jackson, he does not want to talk about it. He gets very upset.
I'm gonna ignore it.
Yeah, I think I'd be upset.
I'm gonna say it's the
I
wind.
actually asked him before before coming here, just if he would talk to me about it a little bit. And what he, this is real creepy. He said, well, you know, I see people in my room a lot. And then what he
Good, by the way, he
said,
just like,
somebody
nope.
asked him that night, are you ready for Matilda?
Wait, so
Are
the
you,
second party that's
what if
happening
it was
this?
like,
I don't know. And
what if
he
they were saying like matinee, like
was
movies?
truly so upset talking about it. So what he said, and I'm getting like chills. What he said,
Is there ever a Matilda
was
cult?
Men and women.
Wait, were they asking Jackson if he was ready to watch Matilda the movie?
White pants and women wearing white dresses.
That's a Midsommar type of situation.
There was like some sort of
Ugh.
murder, homicide. There's that type of feeling that is.
It could have just been
here,
like
there's hands that
his eyes tricking him, if I'm gonna be honest, because it is like a very pale house. This looks like a very pale house, especially like
and I feel like there's
the apparitions wearing white. It could have just been the
He
walls.
said he wasn't afraid, but he said he didn't want to say anything, and he didn't want them to turn around. But it's just a weird visual.
Yeah.
Why are all these people facing his closet?
After telling this story, Jackson was visibly upset, and Hannah, being a concerned
Oh.
mother trying to get to the bottom of what was
I heard, like, a
happening to her
noise
family in
upstairs.
her home, asked
I'm getting
Jackson
freaked
to
out a
draw
little bit.
Picture of the little girl.
I'm scared to unfold this.
Okay, so it's a crude drawing.
Sure. Okay. It's good.
I will say,
A lot of negative
it's
things.
definitely
I'm
an interesting
honestly-
use of the real estate. It's a
That's
very
honestly
different piece of paper.
relatable. As someone who's been doing a bunch of drawing assignments on like 20 by 26-inch paper, I get it. I get like not being able to use
Yeah.
the space
It's a
correctly. It's
child's
difficult.
drawing. It's essentially if someone drew a smiley face and you said, yeah, that looks like the guy that robbed you.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say someone drawing you. In which case, this amount of paper would make sense. Just for the
Oh, got him.
Although crude, the drawing reflected what Hannah saw, the outfit and the hair specifically, due to the fact that both Jackson and Hannah saw the same girl. It became fairly difficult for Hannah to deny that there was something strange going on inside her house.
When do I
Acknowledging
feel
such
like
a fact
somebody's
is inconvenient,
watching
and beyond that,
me?
what could Hannah and her family do besides try to live through it?
Yeah.
Hannah continued to sleep through the loud noises in the night, continued to ignore lights turning on and off.
That's very
and tried to not
difficult.
think about what entities could
Like
possibly
buying a
be
house and
visiting
it
her
being
services.
haunted.
After telling these stories to friends, one concerned friend decided to sleep over to see if she could help Hannah confirm that she wasn't going crazy. In the middle of the night, Alex awoke to her surprise to the little girl standing in front of her. But bizarrely, much like Hannah, she felt a sense of calm wash over her.
That's so
The
creepy.
girl reached out her hand. Alex reached out to touch it, and when she made contact, she felt a jolt of energy. And suddenly, the little girl was gone. This is where Hannah
What if it? Whoa, those pillows match the painting on the
and
wall.
they
I'm
saw
sorry.
the apparition
Listen.
once again of the little girl. You said you had felt something around the fireplace, correct?
Really, it's kind of like a negative energy that's connected.
Someone was thrown in there. Someone's body was melted in the
Is there
fireplace.
anything in this room, anybody that lives in this house or resides in this room in particular, that wants to present itself to us right now? You could touch one of us. Hell, you could even scratch the big guy.
Hell,
Scratch the big guy.
A lot of skin to scratch. Matilda! Give
Oh.
it your best. What was that? Did you hear that?
I hated
It
that.
could be the wood creaking.
Convenient.
That's fun.
Little tap, tap
Yeah.
up there.
That's right where he was saying he thought maybe something was hanging, but okay.
Can you step forward, please? Can you
Oh.
make one of these devices?
Ryan's face.
Right? From
Yeah.
above.
You
You
said
hear them all the time.
you hear the bangs all the time. Does that sound like what it normally sounds like?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's one, and it's like a.
Yeah.
Come step forward, please.
I hate that. Like inside the house, I would have hated hearing that inside of the house.
My voice. I'm over here.
Is it happening? Has the haunt begun?
He checks the time.
Right now, instead of later.
What if it was like
Please,
3 a.m.?
I'm begging you. Well, I guess I'll just go fuck myself. Funny joke, demon.
Very
Ghosts, I
funny,
don't know,
demon.
assorted ghouls.
Very funny
Like search,
spirits
I
of the
don't know
night.
what's going on in this house. I'm gonna be alone later. That's gonna be fun. Yeah, laugh it up. You're laughing over on the other side. Ha 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 ha. Very funny. I'll tell you one thing. I'm gonna have this flashlight in my hand.
You're going crazy.
I'm gonna ghost whip you with the
This
flashlight.
experience was confirmation for Hannah after Alex's sighting of the little girl that made 3 different people that had all seen the same thing in separate locations in the house.
Very
What was the most odd
spooky.
thing was the fact that whatever this little girl is, it seems to have a calming
I don't
influence
like that
on
she has a
people,
calming influence
which
on people.
offers
That
the
could just
greater
be like very
question of
disarming.
What are this entity's intentions? Is it dangerous? Shortly after Alex's experience, Hannah got somewhat of an answer.
Our master
Ooh.
bedroom has a lock from the inside, so you can lock somebody out, and there's a keyhole on the outside. And for us, having little kids, that's not safe because I know one of my kids will lock us out from the inside of the room and think it's very funny.
Is there
So we
little
decided to leave
kids?
the key in the keyhole. It opens inwards, so there's no way the key would hit the wall or anything if somebody flung the door open. A little bit after my friend had her thing in the night, I heard my husband asking the kids if they had done something. And I went to look, and he showed me that the key in the keyhole was bent at about like a 45-degree angle.
That's like half of 90 degrees, by the way.
I think
I don't know how to explain that in any other way.
into the wall or something, but it opened inward. And so, first of all, it's not something a kid would have done.
Yeah, you
without,
need like a hammer or
doing
something to
damage
do that.
themselves. Like if they had hit it with their hands or something, like that would hurt.
Yeah.
So we went to try to bend it back, and it would not budge. We tried, or I tried, Matt tried. It would not bend back.
And you were trying to do this with
Very
tools or in your
spooky.
hands.
Got tools, hands, and I know I didn't do it, and he knows he didn't do it. And the kids could not have done this. And there's no way it hit the wall. So that was the one physical thing that was just hard to explain.
Yeah.
Whoever was in the house may be a little aggressive, and it's during this time that she came into
Oh.
contact with us in hopes that we would find
It
out
went
what was truly
downwards?
going on
I thought it went
inside
like
the house,
sideways.
and that hopefully we could fix it. Looking into the house's history, I found that only 2 families lived here before and found no reports of paranormal activity. So either the activity started when Hannah arrived, or perhaps prior residents could have been reaching out to entities themselves before.
That's
Hannah
very
and her
spooky.
family moved
That's
in.
very
When
spooky.
looking into the history
Imagine
of
like
the
having the awful luck of moving into a house where the previous owners were like, "Oh, let's summon some demons." I would hate that.
It appears that
I'd
the
be so
house
upset.
is situated on a plot of land that was once part of wheat fields. So nothing
People
seems
could have been
suspect.
buried in wheat fields, or like anything could happen in a wheat field. You can't really see what's in a wheat
And
field.
what is this entity that haunts Hannah's home? Based on the timeline of events, the showing of aggression, and prior cases we've investigated, namely the Sally House in Kansas.
I hate the Sally house.
Unfortunately, I'm believe that the entity presenting itself as a little girl is not a little girl at all. Our past research indicates that oftentimes the spirits of children are in fact
Demons. Demons. It's a demon. A demon trying to eat the soul of the kid.
Where it
One of
all
the more active rooms in this house. I will not pretend that I have the vision of any sort, or I'm not spiritually sensitive, but I hate the way I feel.
He looks terrified.
there is some sort of old energy that's here.
I also hate how the closets are like kind of open.
Ancient.
Yes, I mean, for me, it feels like it's not even just the homeowners, it's not their loved ones, it's not none of that's connected here. So I feel like there's multiple layers that are happening.
Is it human?
It's like a nice layered cake.
Form of a human. That's the best way I can describe that.
Very good.
Because it feels like because it feels like it like overlays itself in some ways, the same like pops and bangs, right?
do have my vial of holy water here, so
Great. Good.
I'm good.
They hear walking out there, huh?
What?
They hear walking, the owners.
They hear walking everywhere in this
Yeah,
house.
I hear walking like now.
Yeah, she said it's so loud that it wakes her up.
No, like I hear it like with my.
Oh.
With
like,
my
I hear it, like,
senses.
psychically, as if I'm hearing walking, not of physical, like spiritually.
How does that?
Don't like that.
I believe there's actually like shuffling is the best way I can describe. Like someone's shuffling their feet, like dragging their feet in some ways. But I feel like I'm also dragging something on the floor. So
A
something
body.
that's also connected here.
Boy, that's a good.
Someone's body must have been burned in that fireplace, I'm telling you.
Feet, but also sort of a
Wait, quiet for a second.
Huh?
I thought I heard whimpering. Sorry, go again. Say what you were saying.
Oh no, I just
heard
heard
that.
this. No, is it her? I just heard that.
Devin, are you speaking out there?
Terrifying.
No, I swear, I just heard that as well.
I thought so too.
Were you laughing?
Okay, so that's Matt, me, and AJ all hearing the same like laughing. But what's weird is we don't catch it in audio. I don't know. What
I hate that.
With your brains.
When we're talking about this kind of stuff and we're maybe exposing whatever is in here, are they aware of that, or did they not like us, exposing their ruse? I suppose.
No, they love it. Because what you're doing, you're feeding into their energy.
Give me attention.
Like, hey,
Give me the attention.
Like you're feeding to that, so you're giving them more power, more energy in some ways to say like, well, excuse the language, let's fuck with you now. So,
That was so polite.
Yum,
Let's
yum.
feed it.
Yum, yum. We
Let's
hear
feed it.
that there
Mmm.
are 2 men, 2 women in here, and we also hear that there is a little girl in here. And the little girl in particular is who I'm talking to.
Perhaps goes by the name of Matilda.
I still hate that the closets are like open behind them. It's very freaky.
Are you actually a little girl? I think you're not.
I heard no.
Shane's face.
You just heard no?
No.
Well, that's fun. What are you?
Stop hiding, you coward!
You absolute coward.
Also, why the pigtails? It's a little cliche.
Get them.
What?
I'm not scared of you. So please say your name.
Whoa, after Shane was yelling at the whatever it is, like my noise cleared up. My nose?
I have a vial of holy water. What do you have?
Me? Well, here's
Let me put this.
Hippo pig.
Oh, is that like a little Minecraft ocelot?
Okay.
How about like a teddy bear?
Oh!
All right, buddy.
Jesus Christ. I scared my dog. I scared my dog in my lap.
Or did it make a noise?
I wasn't expecting it, man.
He's like, no, that's my bear.
Jesus criminy. Oh my. Oh.
Put your ghost hunting light back on.
So, we now give you the room. Please communicate with us and step forward.
The room is yours. Speak.
Okay, we're leaving.
Boy! Wait, hold on.
We're leaving.
Yeah. That did not sound like Get Out.
Almighty, why do every time I get near this stupid box? Yep.
Hi.
I like I said your name.
Yeah, I know.
It's not like I said right.
Yep. Yeah, good to
I thought he said hi.
Okay, we're leaving. I'm turning it off. Here's your chance. 3, 3.
It's not done.
What do you want to say? I'm going.
These,
Oh.
My hair's just rising like this.
What the fuck, dude? Yeah, the hair is rising up in my arm too. Why?
It's actually, I've actually
Whoa.
got goosebumps too.
Anybody else got goosebumps? I don't.
I'm not like, I don't have chills. I think there's just an energy.
Do you not want me to leave? I'm going to turn this off.
It is?
One more time, please.
Can you say that again, please? I'm talking to you. Again, please.
Hey, I'm talking to
Who
you.
are you?
I don't know if you caught that, but this lit up red.
Oh, the temperature
Yeah.
changed. What do you
Uh-oh.
want with this
I don't
house?
like that.
What do you want with me?
Oh, this just.
Why are you playing with me? Just speak. Why do I have to threaten every time?
Why are you playing with me right now?
Do you hate Ryan?
Did he know?
Uh-oh. Eh.
I hate this. Last chance. 5.
5.
I.
He's mocking.
You're mocking. Because I don't. Do you want me to say? You want me to count down again?
What if the ghost is just trying to learn how to count?
5, 4, 3, 2.
Uh-oh, if
I think so. Not sure. I would go back and listen to that audio.
Is there a Matilda here? Are we speaking with Matilda?
All right, you're gonna make me do it again. I'm gonna turn
count,
this off in 5 seconds.
count.
And I mean it this time.
I mean it.
5.
I'm still like, they're definitely just trying to learn numbers.
Are you that's triggering it or no?
A,
That's
B,
crazy.
C.
My
It's
entire
easy as
That's
1,
crazy.
2, 3.
Are we talking with Matilda?
Da, 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 do, re, mi. You are.
Shut up.
This is fucking crazy. This is crazy. If that's true, say your name. I need to hear your name. Otherwise, I'm not gonna believe it. If you're really taking this this whole I'm a child thing this far, I respect the method, but I'm starting to get frustrated. You're gonna make me count down again, Harry. Okay, here we go. I'm turning it off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The ghost is like, oh, I already learned the number 5, idiot. Thanks a lot.
That is freaking crazy.
And on that note, we enter
I would not want to sleep with the closet doors open. I have to sneeze, by the way.
sleeping in the house. Shane will be sleeping in the master bedroom, and I will be sleeping in Jackson's room.
Well, that
I did not sneeze.
not doing that.
Yep, I will leave a light on.
Open this closet.
Open the closet to the attic. Yep. How let the demon crawl from the attic.
This way, if there's any sort of demon or malevolent spirit,
Oh,
we can slink out of the attic.
I completely forgot like what they say in the episode exactly, so I'm like going off myself right now. It's literally just like I sound just like Shane. There's the spirit box. There she blows. There she blows.
Brad's in the other room doing the spirit box. Nothing tonight may have changed him. He got.
I would have left like a temperature gauge.
I guess specifically I'm talking to
Matilda.
That sounded like a whimper.
now what was that?
Wonder if he's gonna sleep tonight.
I have this with me. Big old bottle of holy water.
Would hurt quite a bit if I doused it. Oh, you don't like that, huh?
Who was that? Say something again. Speak.
I'm gonna sleep tonight.
Speak.
I know that much.
Uh-oh. Suddenly got colder in this room.
I hate that.
Sleep now.
I'm scared to close my eyes because when I close my eyes, I'm scared when I open them there's going to be something standing.
What if he was facing at the closet?
Good night, ghouls. If there's any demons in here, feel free to slither in.
Alrighty, it is morning time.
Exhausted. Slept in my contacts for an hour.
Oh, that's not good.
Another day at the office for the Unsolved Boys. I hope Hannah finds some sort of solace in the work we did here tonight.
And we did do work.
Just reflecting back on it. Let's reflect back on it first.
Let's reflect, everybody. Hold hands and reflect.
Yeah, we probably didn't do much. See you later, whatever's in there. You had your opportunity.
See ya soon, Matilda.
What's up, man?
You blew it.
And now you're dead.
Already was dead, but yeah.
Well, double dead.
Double
Now, from
whammy.
the evidence of our investigation. What are your thoughts to that? What's your reaction to that?
I'm kind of confused still. It's
It's a confusing.
because it's like it might be bad, but not.
Frankly,
Yeah,
there's a
I honestly, if somebody told me that my house was haunted, I would not know what to do.
different eras
Secret
are vying.
identities.
Yeah.
And
They're all
yeah,
vying for ownership.
I would really like to know for sure like what it is. You
I don't know if you're ever going to get that.
No.
But you can. What you can do is you could take the precautions, I think.
Between the psychic's readings and the plethora of evidence captured, I feel safe in saying that there is definitely something haunting Hannah's home. I can only hope that our investigation provided answers for Hannah and her family. At the very least, proper steps to cleanse the home have been taken to ensure their safety.
Let's go.
Yet, Shane and skeptics believe that the evidence captured is by no means definitive, and consequently, whether or not Hannah's home is definitively haunted will remain
Unsolved. Let's hop into the next one. We're gonna watch the USS Yorktown and the haunted decks of the Queen Mary last.
I think it's compelling. You don't think it's that
I
compelling?
think it stinks.
I think it's gonna split the
It
audience.
stinks, it's stinky.
Hell of a boat. Look at the size of it.
Oh, whoa.
biggest boat
I
I've
didn't even
ever
know the
seen,
Yorktown was a
let alone
boat.
gone on.
I've seen a lot of boats, and this is the
I
biggest
pledge
one.
Yeah,
allegiance.
this is a pretty famous war vessel. Lots
Ooh.
of crazy things happen on this.
So our
boat.
last two videos of the day are gonna be about boats.
It's all ours tonight.
All for the boys.
Yeah.
Boats, boats,
Not a lot
boats,
of boys.
boats,
Whole lot of
boats.
We're gonna mess
Whole
this
lot
up.
of boat. Tonka trunk moment. Tonka trunk moment.
That's so gross.
What dog? My dog's moving around on my lap. What are you doing?
This week on BuzzFeed Unsolved, we
What's
investigated
up?
the USS Yorktown as part of our ongoing investigation into the question.
Are ghosts real?
No.
Great. This ship saw 141 brave servicemen lose their lives aboard, so there's no telling. how many
Aboard.
remain.
There's some telling. 0. I told you.
I told you so.
They're dead.
That was a rhetorical question. It wasn't meant for an answer.
Oh, fancy writing there.
I already don't
swear.
like the vibe you have with those glasses, I tell you.
These are my glasses.
Your little smarty pants glasses.
They're my little
I have my
smart
glasses
pants
on.
Glasses.
What happened to your Silver Lake clear frames?
They're very small for my large head, and they make it feel like my brain is in a vice.
That's
I
unfortunate
feel that
for
I have a really wide head, and a lot of time, like every single pair of glasses I've had, like when I have to like break them in like how you would break in like Doc Martens, for example, and like after years of use for my glasses, for each pair of my glasses, instead of like the two thingies that go to the side of the head, they're straight, they go outwards a little bit because of how wide my head is, and I just wanted to roast myself a little bit there.
Construction on the USS Yorktown began on December 1st, 1941, just 6 days before the U.S. entered World War II after the attack on Pearl Harbor. She was only the 10th aircraft carrier to serve in the U.S. Navy. The USS Yorktown was commissioned on April 15, 1943, and put under the command of Captain Joseph J. Clark. It would combat against Japanese
JJC.
forces
Wow,
for
that's
2
one
years.
letter away from JC. Jesus Christ. Ah!
And for its distinguished record and services in World War II, the Fighting Lady would go on to receive
The
11
Fighting
battle stars
Lady.
and a presidential
I don't know what a
Unit
battle
Citation.
star is. Battlestar Galactica.
1957, during the Cold War, the aircraft carrier was redesignated as an anti-submarine
Submarine aircraft carrier?
And
Whoa.
from 1965 to 1968, the Fighting Lady would earn 5 battle stars for her service
Excuse
in
me.
Vietnam.
Thank you so much for your service, Fighting
I don't
Lady.
think so, pal. What's sneaky?
What?
Too sneaky. You're gonna crawl underwater like a snake.
Yeah, that's what submarines are.
Spit your little spitballs at people.
You know what you sound like right now?
Huh?
You sound like one of those staunch redcoats
What?
What?
from the American Revolutions, the one that were complaining about our guerrilla tactics.
Yeah, frankly,
And then we
I
weren't
agree with
walking
them.
up
I
to
think
the-
we all should stand in lines
In a single file line.
and shoot each other until there's no one left.
On December 27th, 1968, the USS Yorktown traveled deep into
Ooh,
the
my
Pacific
hip.
Ocean, where it had the honor of recovering the crew of Apollo 8, the first
Whoa.
manned mission to orbit the moon. In 1970, the
Sounds
Fighting
fake, but
Lady was
okay.
decommissioned and placed in reserve.
Oh, she
In
retired.
1975, the now 32-year-old aircraft carrier was brought to Charleston, South Carolina, to become
Let's
the centerpiece for
go.
the Patriots Point Naval and Maritime Museum. There is a military saying that war is mostly waiting. So during
Oh.
those long days and weeks between
Oh, my
battles,
dog has
USS
left me.
Yorktown went from being a cold and impersonal battleship to a buzzing honeycomb of hallways where sea dogs and trade
Sea
school girls
dogs?
lived and worked alongside the pilots known as glamour boys and their
Ooh.
rear seat gunners called zoom pigeons.
Zoom
It is those very
pigeons.
men we hope to make contact with tonight.
In
What
many
if like
ways.
what if like in order to communicate with the Zoom pigeons, they were like caw 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 caw.
Bear with me here. I want you to go along on this.
I don't think I have any choice.
So we have people in war.
I have to
We've
sniffle.
got ghost
No.
hunters.
Okay, yep.
Very one and the same when you think about it, because you and I sit around in rooms a lot where it's very silent.
Yes.
And we just stand there and wait.
Except
What?
when the wait portion is done for us.
They just
It's
go
you
home.
going,
No, we gotta go. It's
Bullets flying over our head. The first location we'll visit, however, is a spot of tragedy. On March 18th, 1945, at approximately 3 p.m., a Japanese dive bomber unleashed a bomb on the right side of the signal bridge.
I didn't
3
know what a
men were
signal
killed
bridge.
Instantly, and 18 were wounded,
No.
2 of which would die the next day. There's a plaque on the ship at
No.
the spot of impact to memorialize the event. Seeing as how I'm of half Japanese descent, this should certainly be.
Oh my god. Does he think like the ghosts are gonna be
I
racist?
don't like this.
You got the
Please imagine
The
racist
spot that we're
ghosts.
standing at right now. This is where a Japanese dive bomber dropped a bomb, wounded 18 men, killed 5. For anybody that's here that may still remain from that fatal dive bombing, I could understand how you would think me the enemy. I will assure you, I am not your enemy. I'm your friend. The war's over. It ended.
The
about
war is
7
over.
years ago. I promise
He's a
you.
good guy.
Oh my god. You know what would have been such a cool tactic for some reason? I think like him going like, oh, the war's over. Imagine if like I don't know, like a foreign boat is like appears and then the enemy of the foreign boat is like, oh, the war's over. Come on, come hang out, come have a drink, and then they get murked or something. Why am I talking about this?
Ever done
Anyways.
anything, suspicious
Y'all, I think like the
or
sickness I have is getting to me. Am I sick?
bomb me in any way?
If you don't show yourself,
Should I change the stream title to High Key Sick? I'm changing the stream title to High Key Sick. Actually, Mid Key Sick. Because I don't know if I'm sick, you know what I mean? Ah!
Racist?
or afraid? Is it possible that I scare you?
Oh.
This is
Ew, that sounded like a... Okay, that I was like trying to listen to it on the stream because it's kind of delayed by like a couple of seconds, and it definitely sounded like a... That could have been like, I mean like the boat isn't running, so it couldn't have been from like the engine or something. It couldn't have been like a hiss. So, I don't know. I don't know.
So you're...
Oh!
My name is Ryan.
I'm Shane. A good old Irish name.
Also, while he's saying that, he's German. He's got essentially the Axis powers over here.
Think about
Whoa! Not the Axis powers. The Axis powers are on the ship. Wait, hold on. Go back.
Irish name.
Well, also, while he's saying that, he's German. We got essentially the Axis powers over here.
Think about that.
I agree.
What was that? Can you say that again? Who
Saw
was that?
you. There it is again.
Ooh, spooky. That sounded like the little girl from The Ring. Are you here?
You know what?
Whoa. Whoa.
These two?
Turning it off. Just a little silence
This
here.
is a lady. The lady said...
Why did you turn it off there? I don't get
Anybody here
it.
that
What the
wants to
heck?
Communicate with us.
That sounded like a whistle.
What's that?
I don't know. If there's anybody here that wants to communicate with us, show us a sign.
How are you not more intrigued by that? You heard that.
It could be boat sounds.
You think that was boat sounds? I don't know.
Yeah, they did kind of sound like boat sounds, or like just like a random whistle.
Boy Scout Troop 149.
I read Foggy as Froggy, y'all. I think I'm high-key sick.
Preparation to spend the night on the historic Fighting Lady. But upon last head count for the night, Art Clausen, the troop counselor, found that one of the boys, 9-year-old Michael Finch, was missing from his tent. Clausen went looking for Finch and found him at the starboard end of the carrier, where the boy was completely mesmerized by a group of soft red lights that had appeared below them in the
Whoa.
water.
That's the opposite
Lights
of the Great
continued to rise,
Gatsby.
appearing in great numbers and with brighter intensity, until they had completely surrounded a Coast Guard boat that
Is
had
that like
been
ghost
alongside the
submarines?
Uss Yorktown. Clausen and Finch were soon joined by most of the remaining scout troop who had been disturbed by glowing red lights from their tents. In total,
What the
18
heck?
people witnessed the occurrence.
Are those like
This is the
ghost
largest recorded
submarines?
group to collectively experience a supernatural encounter on the ship.
Those are definitely ghost
I was
submarines.
in Boy Scouts. You can't trust a single one. Of them. all Boy Scouts do, and little Cub Scouts, they sit around fires and they tell ghost stories.
Well, I mean, this is 18 people seeing something at the same time.
I mean, one kid walked over to the edge of the boat, saw like some lights, turned out to be a boat. The other ones walked up to him. They're like, "What's that?" And he's like, "Oh, I saw him rise out of the water." And they were like, "Oh, you saw him rise out of the water? That's crazy! I can't wait to go home and tell all my friends."
So this is the area that surrounded the USS Comanche, seemingly with no explanation.
This is the little tale told by tiny little Boy Scouts.
And the Scoutmaster.
Yeah, him too.
The Scoutmaster, goodbye.
Shallow too. Whatever that eerie.
That could have been ghost submarines. I'm gonna say it's ghost submarines.
It looks like water. You know, if red lights did appear, that really would be something.
Somebody play Greenlit by Lord, quick!
Not a lot to see here right now.
Show us the light.
Show us the light.
Show me the money.
One of the areas of the ship that is active is the flight deck, which could hold 90 to 100 aircraft. In one incident, it was reported that a couple visiting the ship took a photo of an SH-3G Sea King, and reportedly they captured the image of a transparent soldier in uniform sitting inside the cockpit. This accounting is in
Whoa.
line with another report that two men from a tour group told their guide late one night. As one man snapped photos around the flight deck, another put his hand out and said, quote, "It's cold over here," end quote. The other man responded, quote, "I got chills, but I didn't see anything. But I did take a few pictures, and I saw it. And all of a sudden, I just see this guy looking at it, smiling. And right before that, I took another picture, right before it got there, and there was nothing there," end quote.
I hate that.
Jack Burdett, the former executive director of Patriots Point, confirmed that this area of the flight deck at one point experienced a fatal plane crash, claiming 2 to 3 lives.
All right.
I admit that
On the flight deck.
if for like a supernatural explanation, that like part, that like hold spot could have been where the plane crashed. But then again, like a realistic explanation is a gust of wind.
This was also the site of an
Ooh,
unfortunate
Zucker's
accident. Plane
hand.
exploded, killed a couple people.
Can't just enjoy the moment down here.
Well, I thought we'd just jump into the history. We got ghosts to find. People say they sometimes see the apparition of a pilot in that helicopter right there.
So they see someone in here.
You know, I could see how.
Who's
with
in
the
there?
wind, you would think you'd hear footsteps and whatnot. Up
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah, there's a lot going on up here.
There must be a lot of wind on that deck.
Please let us know you would like to communicate.
Let us
You can make a
know.
noise. You could say something. You could move something. Or you could also touch us. Maybe knock the hat off of this his stupid little nonsense.
The way he crouched so like the ghost could reach it.
Maybe
Goodbye.
one person really likes a helicopter.
It's a very technical paranormal investigation technique I'm about to use.
Dun dun.
It's just the wind.
Oh.
It's just the wind.
Finally, for once, you say it.
Oh, I mean, look at where we're at.
Yeah. Do you feel vibes here?
What it is, it's such a massive space that it's kind of.
It is a
almost
very big
impossible
space.
to look at it all at the same time in terms of trying to find movement.
That being said, I can also understand how people might think.
They
Because
saw
right now, like
things.
if you look over there, there's a lot going on over there.
Why don't we walk over there?
It's a little cockroach.
It's a bug. Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it.
What if
Kick
we
it
just
off the
think
boat.
Really, really hard. Boy, we'd love for someone to be in that cockpit. We close our eyes, we open them up.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It doesn't, but you know
I feel
what?
like you're really grasping at straws. Methods.
Hey, you know what? You got to try everything you can.
You're right.
Just
You only
wishful
have to work
thinking.
once.
They're manifesting, they're
Nobody's
manifesting.
watching you
Why is he watching me?
because it's creepy.
Is he into this?
I don't know. All right, we're gonna open our eyes and turn over there.
He's
On
licking
3.
his lips.
On 3.
Okay.
1.
Is his lips chapped? Does he need lip balm?
3. Oh.
Where's that dog coming from?
Another
What?
strange tragedy in the boat is the forecastle at the front of the ship, where an accidental explosion.
Ooh.
So right now,
I would not be
focus
at
on
an
1943.
accidental
Landed.
explosion.
Plane rolled off the side, landed right there, killed 3 men.
Ooh.
It seems like there's a history of death on this ship.
You don't say. It is a warship.
Yeah, but it seems like a lot of the injuries here are pretty like, oopsie, this rolled.
Oops.
Whoops a daisy.
Whoopsie
For the 3
daisy.
men that lost their lives here, is there anything
Oh,
that
my
you
dog
wanted
is
to
crying.
say
What do you-
before your unfortunate?
What do you want? Okay, he just wants me to pet him from the chair. I thought he wanted to get on the couch, and I was like, what? I can't about.
An accident. My name's Ryan,
I'm Shane.
and we're here just to learn what happened. So if you could help us out, that would be great. We just
Please
wanna
help
talk to
us.
you.
Those are
Please help us
giant
out.
chains.
You know, we can
Jesus.
relay whatever you say to millions of people on YouTube.
I'll tell you what, let's split up.
Where you go? Now you know what it's like to be me.
Hello?
I hate
What
this.
the hell?
I hate this spot. I hate that.
Hey, Shane.
That's so creepy.
There's a little chair over here.
Sit in
There's a
it.
little chair?
Runs to sit in it.
Ship. I'd be over here all the time, reading my Mad magazines. Oh, what? I heard something. You heard a little.
That could have been like a little
Who was
noise from someone walking.
Speak again.
Well, I feel dirty. Anyone who used to sit in this chair? Am I sitting in you right now?
Do you feel like you have someone else's thoughts?
Sometimes.
Am I melting into someone?
You misunderstood me.
Well, I'll tell you what. It's incredibly warm in here.
It's certainly
Ugh.
kind of hot in these rhinos.
I have no idea what that
The more
means.
obvious
Also, if you hear like a little,
consequences of the ship,
oops, like little noises, that's like my dog. I don't know what he's doing. He's like, I don't know what's going on.
captain's quarters.
Unless there's a
What
ghost in my
happened
house
was
right
no
now.
tragedy here, but if there were any spirits to remain on a vessel for eternity, it would be the various captains that commanded this ship throughout
Oh
the
yeah.
years.
So right now we're in the captain's quarters.
Ooh.
Kind of
Are they
small for a-
exploring? Do you think the captains are exploring each other's bodies right now in the ghostly dimension?
Captain's quarters, if you ask me.
That was an awful
Compared to the
thought.
other
I'm
quarters
so
on the
sorry.
ship, I'm sure it's palatial.
Now, why don't we kill the lights?
There we go.
Is there anybody in here that wants to speak to us?
Spill your beans, buddy.
Spill the beans.
What did you do
Spill
on
the
this ship?
beans.
You probably commanded it.
You know, I was asking him.
What'd you do on this ship?
What did you
saying
do?
this.
What have you done?
If you don't want to talk to us, how about touching us or moving something in this room? In fact, if you'd like us to leave and shut up, which frankly almost anybody who interacts with us for more than 5 minutes would move something.
Move something now. Turn on a light. Close the
Bank us on the
window.
bottom.
Oh.
Weirdly enough, I did hear a little breath. All right, man. I gave you a chance to talk to us in the old-fashioned way. Unfortunately, I'm going to pull out a tool now that you may not like, but you may like it because it gives you the energy that you could use to talk to us.
Should I blast the flashlight for this one?
Do it. Do
Sure.
it. Do it.
My name is Ryan.
Shane!
Please say our
Got
names
me.
back to us if you would like to talk.
Got me. Oh.
Excuse me?
Excuse me, Captain.
James B. Kane. That's a
James.
captain.
What?
What'd you say?
No.
You just said maybe you don't want him to talk to us? James? Captain James?
This is still like if some. I have a theory about like the spirit box. I think it's just capturing people in different moments. Like this, like the voices right now. I think like someone's just coming up to the captain's quarters, like, "Excuse me, Captain," and then it cuts out, and then they ask like a question or something, and then the captain's like, "No," and then something else. I think that's just like my theory about it.
James B.
Put your lips to that funny little
I feel like they're just listening into a conversation between ghosts during a different, like the ghosts are experiencing a situation right now and then they're just listening in on it. Like that's my theory on on what the spirit box is capturing.
Jimmy! Come on, Jimmy!
Making me a man after midnight.
Well, we're gonna leave.
Last chance, Jim.
9, 8,
Last chance,
7,
Jimbo.
6, 5. And
4, 3, 2, 1. You done.
Also an obvious spot for potential hauntings is the brig. The USS Yorktown has a set of jail cells that were used for unruly crew. Perhaps we could
Unruly.
communicate with a couple of those rowdy sailors tonight.
All right, so right
Rowdy.
now we're into the brig. How about that? They have a
How about that?
Actually pretty sad.
Whoa, why is my elbow like dry?
Anybody in
Ew.
here want to rattle these
What happened to my
chains?
elbow?
Nobody's in here, huh? No ghosts?
Ooh.
Ooh, look at this red light. You look like the...
Ooh.
Tell you what, if if I were alive, and I were the
This is such a tiny brig.
why, I'd lock you up and throw away the key. That's right. I'd let you rot.
Can you say why you're here? Did you deserve to be in here?
I mean, I think they're gonna say, not
Figured
really.
tough sailors would be a lot more vocal and frankly
Can I
tough.
get some sailor mouth in here?
Nothing?
Embarrassing.
I've run away from every possible fight that's ever occurred in my life.
Except this one. And what does that say about you?
Yeah,
Embarrassing.
childish.
Absolutely humiliating,
Stats
isn't
about
it?
the area of the ship they feared the most. The answer was the officers' hallways and rooms. It's not exactly intuitive as to why this part of the ship would be active, but there's only one way to find out. And
Maybe
to
they're
do
just
so,
upset.
we'll
I don't
finish
know.
Our investigation here, individually.
I'm gonna blow my
There's
nose.
quarters right now. We're gonna walk all the way up and down these hallways. You make a right. It gets real gross and decrepit very fast. Have
I did
fun,
not need to
sir.
blow my nose.
I'm liking the decrepit nature of this. That's always a blast, always fun for me.
Oh, he's very
Hasn't
fun
been
and quirky.
Too much that's happened, which does make me worried that we're due.
Here's one of Ryan's dumb little cameras.
Oh my
He's
god.
probably in there having the time of his life. I'm gonna go in there, poo my little pants, and then we're gonna walk home. That's how it's gonna happen, and maybe we'll catch something.
I mean, this sink is absolutely disgusting. This is maybe the scariest thing I've seen. So, always nice to see a friendly face.
Hey.
Curious what could happen.
I always go like, hey, hottie, whenever I walk by myself in a
I
reflection.
don't know why people think darkness is actually scary, because, like, I can't see anything.
Yeah, that's why I think it's scary, because you can't see
Scarier when
anything.
the lights were on, because I could see, filth,
Oh.
things falling apart.
Oh my god, that scared me.
Little guy needs a win. Ghost, that'd be great. If you got a mummy or a vampire, that'd be great. I guess you can also count that as sort of proof of the supernatural. Please,
Ominous music. Haunt me. Get me.
begging you to haunt me. Scare the shit out of me. Do something.
He's like begging at this point. Please.
How many times do I have to plead with air, with nothing? I'm speaking to no one right now. I'm doing it again. But that's fine, because, that's the show. And I'm happy to entertain the idea that maybe ghosts are real, because as I said, no one wants to find one more than me. If you don't pop out,
He sounds like he's
then I've
spiraling,
wasted
especially because of the music.
several years of my life. I mean, I went to college, and my major was not ghost hunting. I think that shows.
My name is Ryan. If there is anything in this creepy ass hallway that would like to talk to me, I'm right here.
Nothing happened to me. Never does. Again, I've said this before, I don't know if it'll make the cut in the other episode, but if something did happen to me, this would be a very different interview. The end of the show. That's it. As soon as I see a ghost, I'm walking.
Nobody? I certainly don't want to go over to that dark part of the hallway already, but it looks like I'm gonna have to. Because that's probably where you're hiding.
Well, if you
I was
don't mind
doing
if I
fine.
do.
Alright.
If I walk right into this dark hallway.
Going into the officer's quarters.
Woo.
Brutal. Simply fucking brutal.
Oh.
Is there anybody in here with me right now?
What's Ryan doing in there? Who the hell knows? He's probably going to take out his little spirit box.
I'm gonna fire up the spirit box.
I was just like waiting for it to cut to
Probably
him.
gonna say something that doesn't sound like any words any human's ever spoken.
Oh shit.
And he'll probably respond to it like he's sitting across the table from a friend playing Scrabble.
Did he do it or Ryan? I feel like I'm gonna piss myself.
I can't imagine how scared he'll be.
Close one of those cabinets if there's somebody in here.
I have little wafers right now. Oh.
Shit, what was that? What the fuck? Did I just see a face?
After reviewing the footage later, in the spot I thought I saw a face, I discovered what appears to be a shadowy figure.
Where? Show us. Oh. Show us. Go back. Oh.
is this an officer that used to patrol these quarters?
That
I disagree with
doesn't look
that
like
one.
anything.
That one, just the dynamics of the light, where it's coming from. You're further back. It's catching the pipe. It's not illuminating places behind it quite as much. When you're right up against it, you know, you're illuminating the thing right behind it. Very direct light. Yeah, see, it's... Unfortunately, Ryan, this is not...
Yeah, it doesn't look like
From a
much.
different perspective there, I think if a light shined on that pipe, you would see the white of the pipe. You wouldn't see a silhouette. You know, we're not going to agree on this. So
We're not.
I think it's compelling. You don't think it's that
I
compelling.
think it stinks.
I think it's going to split the audience.
I think it stinks.
Okay, well, I'm glad you're mature about it.
More than 75 years, the USS Yorktown still stands, a floating memorial to those who lost their lives fighting for our country. And based on what we witnessed tonight, perhaps this decommissioned warship still has life yet. But whether or not the ship's lost sailors still patrol her decks remains unsolved.
Unsolved. I was chewing. And then finally we're gonna get into the Queen Mary.
This is a nightmare room. This is where we're sleeping. This week on BuzzFeed Unsolved, we explore one of the most haunted places in the world as part of our ongoing investigation to answer the question, are ghosts real? Right now we are sitting in the Queen Salon of undoubtedly the creepiest boat in the world. Allow me to introduce you to the Queen Mary.
The Queen.
Call it the creepiest boat in the world.
I mean, that's not an unfair statement, would you say, right?
It's a marvel. It's a marvel.
She looks nice. She looks very lively, if I do say so myself. Very
Apparently,
warm
this boat is 2 times
colors.
the size of the Titanic.
I.
2 times?
2 times.
Titanic's tiny.
It's true. All you need to know is I was here about 10 years ago, and I said I'd never come back, and, well, here I am.
You're not a man of your word.
Here I am.
You know, I will say,
Here
this
I
is a
am,
beautiful
ghost.
sunset,
I'm
though.
back.
If there's one thing I could take solace in today.
It's that nice sunset. Enjoy it, Ryan. It's the last one you ever get to see.
Wait, what's my dog doing? Go up on the couch. He's crying because he can't get on the couch, but he's gotten on the couch many, many times before. He's just looking at me. Go on the couch. Go, 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 go. Up, up, jump, jump. Do a little jump, do a little hop. Push your little back leg so you can go up. It's the physics of it, ain't it? It's the physics, ain't it? I also gotta blow my nose, so hold on. Give me a moment. Yeah, I don't know why he keeps doing that. Like, he's like, oh, I can't jump on the couch. I need help to get on the couch. But like, whenever I just like sit on the end of the couch, he's like, oh, I can get up. Like, what are you doing?
That is that.
What are you
I feel
doing?
like it remembers you.
I certainly hope not after what I did last time I was here.
What did you do?
You'll find out.
Did he kill someone? He better have like killed someone. Oh, my dog's crying now because I'm not on the couch with him.
You think there's something about Mary. That
Indeed, yeah, that's exactly.
She might be a little bit enchanted.
Yeah, I think so. You know, when things are so pristine and beautiful like this, but vacant, there is something very unsettling to it. I don't know what it is.
Kind
What do you
of.
find unsettling about this?
Maybe because you expect it to be very
That being said,
lively, but it's
let's
just
get into the history of
empty.
this boat. Named after Britain's actual Queen Mary, the Queen Mary was
Whoa,
completed in the
she's
1930s
skinny.
and embarked on its inaugural voyage on May 27th, 1936. from
Inaugural
Southampton,
voyage.
The boat served as the new benchmark for luxury, containing 2 cocktail bars, 2 swimming
Whoa,
pools,
that's a
5 dining
nice
areas and
freeze.
lounges, a grand ballroom, and much more. However, all that luxury would soon go to waste during World War II,
Whoa.
when the ship was repurposed as a transportation vessel for troops and prisoners of war, and was appropriately painted gray. In
Whoa.
fact, the ship was so much faster than enemy U-boats that it earned the nickname the Gray Ghost.
Did they paint it gray specifically for the war?
You don't think the Gray Ghost is a pretty cool nickname?
It is a pretty badass name.
Captain of the Gray Ghost. Tell that story in a
It's
bar.
very sick. That's such a cool name.
the Grey Ghost.
The Grey
The ship was
Ghost.
estimated to have carried over 800,000 servicemen throughout the war. In 1947, the ship returned to the Queen Mary status, and in 1965, it was sold to the city of Long Beach in California, where it is now docked permanently. Now that we've established the boat's history, let's take a second to revisit my own personal history with this ship.
Oh my god.
I've told you this story before, but about 10 years ago when I was it 10 years ago?
This is riveting.
When I was 17 years old, I visited
That
this
picture.
ship. I was
Please.
really interested in the paranormal, but didn't believe it was a real thing. Never thought I'd be back in this room. This was my ghost
Imagine
closet.
experiencing a haunting. I mean,
After taunting the ghosts to show themselves and coming up empty again, I returned disappointed to my hotel room on the boat. Cabin B484.
before the ghost showed up.
It hasn't changed one bit. It's exactly the same.
Which bed were you on?
I was sleeping right here.
On this one.
I was sleeping on the left side towards the wall.
You were hanging out. This looks like a Best Western.
That night when I slept, I was repeatedly poked in the face, but I was too scared to open my eyes. And when I finally did to confront the person I was sleeping next to, my friend Elvin, I discovered to my horror that he was actually
I'm
fast
absolutely
asleep.
obsessed with how they're reenacting
I
it.
thought maybe,
Ain't that like Alvin?
yeah, maybe nothing. Maybe it was nothing. So I tried to push through it. I eventually did fall asleep. The next morning, I went into the bathroom. My friend Casey saw the sink turn on, so we set up a camera to try and catch that. So when we set up the camera, we actually caught, if you look in the footage at the left corner, there's a bag with toothpaste on top of it.
You'll never forget that plastic. sheet. I'm getting chills seeing the actual toothbrush that has been so
Okay, see,
often
look it.
used.
You can see it.
It already
I don't have
happened
like a
there.
realistic
That's not boding
explanation for
well,
that.
considering I didn't even
You
catch
were
it.
focusing on the wrong side of the screen.
Yeah, there's definitely a force at play there.
I don't think there's any way for something on that side of the surface to get knocked over by something on the other side, like very lightly.
And what is that? Gravity. I played that again. See it again.
Also, those are the same contact cases that I used to use before I switched to like daily contacts.
So rewind it again. It happens at the exact same time that you throw your shit on the counter.
There's always something. Look at the bag, how it moves. It's like,
Yeah, because there's toothpaste.
It's very unnatural.
watch.
Bags are stiff.
That's a pretty firm movement. It almost looks like someone's puppeteering it with a string.
Yeah, wait, there's literally something between the plastic bag and like everything else on the thing. So I don't get how that could be
It
like.
almost looks like someone's puppeteering it with a string.
Right, it's a haunted bag.
You can't see that it flung it a little bit.
This toothpaste falls straight down.
It was up and down,
Straight down.
up and down,
Straight down.
no, up and down. Before that toothpaste hit the floor,
Oh my God, I have to
didn't
move
believe in
my-
ghosts.
oops.
I thought this was all BS. But what I saw in that bathroom changed me into the man that you see today, a firm believer in ghosts and the paranormal. I've never doubted it again, and I swore I would never return to this ship, and yet here I sit like a freaking idiot.
I've told you numerous times that I would love to see something like that. If I just get one experience like that with definitive proof, maybe tonight's the night, I'm feeling lucky.
Tonight's the night.
Let's
Da
explore
da
some
da
of the
da
paranormally
da.
active
Tonight's the
areas of
night.
ship in my return.
That's a nice painting.
There are quite a few documented deaths that occurred on the Queen Mary, and numerous more reported ones, so let's revisit a couple. In 1936, Sir Edgar Britton, the first captain of the Queen Mary, died of a stroke in his
Britton?
cabin. In 1949, Senior Second Officer William Stark accidentally drank laundry detergent stored in the gin bottle, thereby poisoning himself to death.
Who's storing that in a gin bottle, though?
Apparently, the captain at the time had a gin bottle in his room, and he said, "You know, you've been doing a good job today. Go to my room, pour yourself a drink." He failed to mention there was acid, or I've also heard it was detergent.
This doesn't taste like this burning my tongue.
I don't know why you would ever
Just a minute after
repurpose.
the guy left the room being like,
Why you would ever repurpose like a drinking bottle for something very toxic like
By the
detergent?
way,
That's a
Shane,
very
I have
silly
a bottle of
idea.
whiskey in the room for you if you want to go take a
I'll
sip
go-
of it.
let
Yeah,
me go
good,
get
go.
that.
However, the most unfortunate deaths all occurred at one time.
Ooh.
As I had mentioned before, the Queen Mary served as a transportation vessel during World War II. On October 2nd, 1942, the Queen Mary was being escorted from New York to Glasgow by another much smaller vessel called the HMS Curaçao. The Curaçao was zigzagging in front of the Queen Mary to confuse potential U-boats and German bombers.
Ooh.
However, the Queen Mary, traveling at 28.5 knots, unexpectedly caught up to the Curaçao and consequently collided with the ship, splitting the HMS Curaçao in half.
boy.
That sounds
How much bigger was it?
awful.
20 times bigger?
20 times bigger.
That just fucking.
That sounds
cut through that thing like a
awful.
butter patty.
Butter
Butter patty.
Like a hot butter patty.
That's not what it's called.
Some members of the Curacao were killed instantly on impact, while others were thrown into the freezing water,
Ooh.
watching as the men who remained on
That
board
sounds
sank,
terrible.
trapped within the remains of the vessel. And for those left in the water that didn't die from hypothermia, it is said that the current of the Queen Mary carried them in, chopping them up. into
Oh,
propellers.
that sounds terrible.
That's all you gotta say about that?
Boats are tough.
Yeah.
Boats are tough.
It's not an easy life.
Especially being
Boat
carried
life.
into the
In the war
Queen Mary.
protocol,
Oh my
Captain of the
god.
Queen Mary, Cyril Illingworth, was not able to stop to rescue the passengers when they pushed forward.
Oh my
reporting the incident
god.
to nearby British destroyers. But by
Oh
the
my
time the British
god.
arrived,
That's
about 2 hours
terrible.
later, it was too late. Many had already died from hypothermia, and of the 430 crew members on board the HMS Curacao, only 99 survived. It is
Jesus.
said that you can hear the screams of the Curacao passengers in the boiler room of
That's
the Queen Mary.
awful.
And
Oh
some
my
claim that the
god.
bow of the ship is a hotspot due to the fact that it's where the Queen Mary made contact with the Curacao.
Are you scared?
That's also so terrifying. Imagine seeing the giant boat just
That's old.
Dude,
almost
this is where
colliding
we
with
are
your
right
teeny
now?
boat.
It's a
Oh my
boat.
god.
Right now we're in the bow of the ship.
Yeah.
This is where the ship struck the Curacao,
We're in her belly.
the cargo hold. They used to keep POWs down there. I got a new
POWs?
toy. This is a FLIR thermal camera. So if there's any ghosts here, we may be able to pick up their heat signature. Look at you. Look at your little stupid face. Normally I'm against asking or communicating with ghosts, but if I'm truly going to be actually an investigator in this,
Yep.
I have to, right?
Ask away. Ask away. Q&A with the ghost.
You,
Go on.
you know my history with this boat.
He's so...
Shut up. Shut up. First off, sorry for what I said last time. I called it a motherfucker. I called it a coward.
Ryan.
Coward.
This whole ship is bullshit.
You absolute coward.
Oh god. I think you're not here to hurt me.
Though Ryan is very angry about that toothpaste incident. You told me before we got here.
Shut your stupid mouth.
Spirits?
I had to blow my nose, sorry.
Show yourself.
Show yourself now.
What are you doing?
You said to be direct.
Yeah, but don't be Bruce Willis from Die Hard.
Spirit.
We had scouting out one day for some youngsters. Well, no one ever found their way down there that day, so I was there by myself. And I'm sitting there tapping on the woodwork next to the porthole, and I thought, well, wouldn't it be
Dun,
weird
dun.
if somebody responded? And lo and behold, just on the other side of the wall, I heard somebody go tap, tap.
Oh my god.
In my imagination, of course. Could it have
Maybe.
been a spirit? Well, maybe.
Maybe.
No, don't say. Bum, 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 bum.
No. I mean, you could try that. Oh man, this.
Oh, hell no. Sorry. Please.
It's just creaking. It's fine.
Why did they do it right then? Do it again.
Do it again, do it again, do it again.
Okay, we're good. Nothing happened.
Are you sure about that?
Okay.
We're good, okay?
It's all good.
It's all good. It's all good. Other alleged deaths include
Those
two
look
women who drowned in
terrifying,
the first-class
Jesus.
Swimming pool. One apparition appears in 1930s clothing, and the
Animal
other in
meows.
1960s. There is also reports of a little boy who fell overboard near the pool who now haunts the passageway. A little girl named Jackie also is reported to haunt the swimming pool.
Oh my god. I
just
hate
think
like
it's
the little boy
embarrassing for them
picture.
to drown in a pool on a boat.
Yeah. Imagine just being dying. Imagine drowning on a boat and then just like your eternal life is just surrounded by water and you're like, damn it, this is what killed me.
You're on
Yeah,
a thing
guys.
that has conquered buoyancy.
They drowned on top of the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
According to the ship's current captain, during World War II, a cook died in horrific fashion.
No.
Apparently, he was shoved into an oven by Australian soldiers.
Oh my
and
god.
burned to death.
Wait.
Why?
Australian soldiers they had picked up who did not like the food took this chef and instead of giving him
What?
1 star on Yelp, shoved him into an oven.
What?
Maybe that's why they created Yelp.
What?
Tired of being murdered.
Many say his screams can still be heard.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Did you hear that?
Yeah, we are right next to. I mean, down the
The
hall to
kitchen?
alley where the kitchen was.
Oh. Uh-oh,
I'm a little
uh-oh.
nerved that the clanking did come from the kitchen.
That doesn't sit super well.
Oh wow, you're actually admitting to something for once.
In 1966,
Ruh-roh,
an 18-year-old
Raggy.
crewman was crushed by door number 13, an automatically closing
No,
door during
not-
a watertight drill. His ghost is sometimes seen wearing white coveralls.
Looks very confusing. It looks like it'd be pretty easy to get crushed to death here.
I mean,
Yeah.
this is in itself. even
I
if
would
it's
not want to be like in
spirit
the
this place.
working parts of the ship. I mean like the parts where the boat runs, because it looks very confusing.
No, this is not.
Oh,
This is where lubrication happened. Huh? Lubrication oil pump controllers, to be exact.
A little semen lubrication.
Oh my god.
Huh?
Oh my god.
Right here. This is door number 13.
No, not our lucky number.
Yep, I don't like it. Oh my
I hate
God.
it.
It is crazy that of all the numbers, he could have gotten stuck in 13. Oh, man. Okay, now I'm starting to get scared.
Yeah, lucky number 13.
there,
I mean, I guess unlucky, very unlucky for them.
Show us a sign. Make a bang.
Gotta get
nice.
Gib. What? Jesus Christ.
No.
That scared me.
No fucking way, no.
It's clearly just some machine turning on.
What machine turns on like...
If, that's an engine, right?
Yeah,
Turn on the spirit
Or a
box.
ghost.
Turn on the
Right
spirit
now, I'm
box.
talking to the gentleman who got crushed in this door. If you're here
Sorry
still,
about that. Sorry I got crushed.
please show yourself.
What if he like comes out of the door like, oh hey, what's up?
Some shit. Not seeing anything. Not seeing anything. Scanning. Scanning.
Oh my god.
Did you see something?
Hello?
Look at this. It's just a light. It's just a light. But it looks like someone
Jesus.
Does that not?
That, oh my god, I literally thought that was a person.
Scared the holy shit out of me.
Other hotspots on the ship include the engine room, the safe room, the R-deck forward bow storage,
The who, what, where one?
the propeller box, and finally, the isolation ward, where the sick and those diagnosed with a contagious disease were kept away from the
Oh, that's nice that they had an
And in
isolation
some
ward.
cases, the isolation ward served as a makeshift prison.
Oh, well, isolation. Oh, Jesus.
Vision looks good.
Oh my god. My fucking heart almost exploded, dude.
Your heart on exploded?
I guess it wasn't very isolated, but had birds in there. Jesus Christ.
What the fuck, dude? Check that out.
That's a very nicely colored.
Let's move on to the final stage of the investigation, spending the night on the ship. We've been given access to the most haunted cabin on the Queen Mary.
Oh my god.
Cabin B340.
You're in for a real experience tonight.
I love how the captain's like, "Yep, this is haunted. Have fun there. Have fun in there."
You've got to be fucking shitting me, dude. Are you fucking kidding me?
I hate it.
Oh
The floor looks so crusty. It looks so crusty in there.
no.
You gotta sleep in here.
Oh. This is where we're sleeping tonight.
Yeah, you're gonna lose your mind.
Yeah, I'm gonna lose my course. Workers that have worked on the ship for decades, in some cases, they never go in there by themselves. And when
I
they
hate
told them
that.
We're sleeping in there.
They're like,
laughed and
"Oh."
said, "Idiot."
Well,
So, that's fun.
You're like,
Reports of
well.
voices, beds shaking, water
Time to
leaks,
fix my
and lights being
blanket.
turned on by itself. In fact, cabin B340 has garnered so many reports and complaints of activity that it was actually shut down and ripped apart about 25 years ago.
Oh, ripped
Since
apart.
then,
Maybe that's why it
nobody's been
looks
allowed to sleep
terrible.
inside until tonight, where we will attempt to sleep inside cabin B340 for the first time in nearly 25 years.
Let's
We've
go.
ever attempted something
Please
more
awaken the
exotic than this.
ghosts or something, please. They're probably like in there, like, oh, we finally got those little idiots out of here.
Are you
And now they're like, oh man, they're back.
This is a nightmare room. If there's anybody in here that wants to talk to us, say something.
Oh my god, the music's like freaking me out.
Please God, no. If there,
Oh my god.
did you just fart?
I literally thought that was a person.
I genuinely did not. If I see anything at all tonight that awakes something in me, then I'll join you in this weird little camp.
And you'll be me.
I'll be you.
Man, bed shaking in here. That's gnarly. Joke's on them. No bed to shake.
Period. Get the ghost. Get the ghost.
It's an empty room. It's what is the ghost even gonna do in there?
I don't know. Poke me in the face like it did when I was 17.
Oh crap! I'm already doing it. I'm starting to psych myself out again.
Oh my god, I love how he's just like in, like kind of in a stasis of holding the camera up and a light.
Oh, what the?
What in the hell?
Is cats fighting?
Dude, what the fuck is going on?
Is there animals fighting outside?
No, that doesn't sound like animals. It sounds like static.
No, those are outside.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Huh?
I mean, we tried to sleep at the Sally house, and every time I fell asleep, you woke me up.
Yeah, well, promises that you're going to stay awake
I
tonight.
am going to go to sleep.
No,
and
you're not.
If you try to wake me up, I'm just going to ignore you.
I'm going to pour water in your face.
You do whatever the hell you want.
You know. What was that?
Yeah, some bullshit.
Did you hear it?
No.
Sound like a voice.
A voice? You've somehow tricked
Oh my
me
god.
into not being upset that you're still talking, but I'm gonna go to sleep.
Oh wait, the
I'm gonna
captions.
try again. I don't know what you did. I'm angry again.
7 a.m. and I go back to sleep.
You just kicked me.
What the fuck? It's morning. We're still here. I wasn't stabbed to death with a butter knife.
Let's
The
go.
room is clear.
Oh my god.
Clear. And now it's just an empty bare room appropriate for a sitcom exit.
Oh, we've had some fun times in here.
Farewell to the Queen Mary.
Farewell,
She's a
Queen Mary.
You're a beautiful lady. I love your bones.
The prodigal son returned today and didn't come back
Oh my
with
god.
as much evidence as last time, but what a ship still.
What a ship. What a beaut.
And I'm still not.
What a nice
This place is not haunted.
nautical vessel.
So it remains.
Queen Mary
Unsolved.
is an 80-year-old ship with plenty of rich yet tragic history. Are there actually ghosts that inhabit the halls and decks of this former warship? Or is that merely part of the narrative? After spending one nearly sleepless night in the ship, I can certainly
Nearly
attest to the
sleepiness.
fact that the
Sleep.
Queen Mary may be
I
haunted.
can't talk.
But as always, the answer will remain unsolved.
Unsolved. Dun dun. Alright, I think that's gonna be it for the stream today. I think I got sicker like during the
See you later,
stream.
kitchen
Like
ghost.
I'm not feeling well.
Follow
I'm
us.
not feeling
There's gonna be a party
okay.
in our room later if you want to.
Nope, no,
It
stop
feels like a party every day.
Meanwhile, Shane's over there taking a squat.
I think that's gonna be it for today. I think I'm gonna change to the saying goodbye screen. I hope everyone had fun. I'm gonna be streaming on Saturday. Hopefully I feel better then. I'm gonna have some soup later. Some soup. Soup. Yeah, I think that's gonna be oh geez, my throat just well have fun everyone. Have a good rest of Thursday and on Friday and I'll see you on Saturday.